See in the background there, we're literally in the shadow of the Colosseum. Icky front board. Wow, that's two heavy tricks on the board. I'm interested to see where this goes. Not many people out there doing that. Towards that long rail, front 50-50. Flip out. Oh wow, big 360 flip.
To be invited, I definitely feel honored. I just feel grateful. You know, I'm just in a place of gratitude.
It's so nice at those contests you meet like people from all over the world and see each other at every contest and have fun together. I think that's the most special part about World Skate.
This is an amazing course we got here today. It's a mirrored course, so good for goofy regular. There's no advantage, right? But what a great course. Focused right now. Shove it! Oh my goodness! Ollie Hill, first! No, are you? Oh, aerial, faking nose grind, and there it is! Getting it done! What? Whoa! Are you kidding me? Do that trick that good! No way! First go, looking back over her shoulder. Hello and welcome to Rome for the first Street World Cup event of 2025. I'm Mark Churchill and I'm stoked to be back in the Parco del Coloppio for finals day. We've got two new names making the cut this year in our finals. The first of which is Brazil's Ivan Monteiro. His hopes and dreams are usually crushed at the quarterfinal stage, but as you can see from his skateboarding, the stars certainly aligned for him yesterday. Following on from Spain's success in the park competition last week, Daniela Terol, who was actually an alternate at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games, sees herself rising back up through the rankings and making her finals debut today. So let's take a look at what the rest of our World Skateboarding Tour looks like for 2025. This is the second of our events in Rome. Then we will be taking it over to Washington, D.C. in September for both park and street events. And then we'll end the year up in Japan in November. Now, we've changed up our format for finals again this year. We have an extra run being added to the run section and only 3 tricks to be done in the trick section. So 3 runs, 1 score will count, 3 tricks, 1 score will count, and the most rounded skater will end up on the top of that podium today. But adding that extra run this year is certainly going to see some bangers on the course and hopefully a little bit of mash. We've also changed up the course a little bit this year, and we caught up with Liv Broder to take a tour earlier in the week.
Hi, I'm Liv Broder. We're here at the World Skate Cup in Rome, and I'm gonna do a course preview for you. I skated this park 3 times now, and I feel like it's cool that they changed a little bit. I think the new rail brings like new rail tricks into the park. I like that it's like not too high, but it's like pretty long. I like it. It's fun. Last time I did the bump trail from the side, but now I skate it like a down rail. I'm kind of scared from the top of it. I feel like I can do it, but I didn't touch it yet from the top. But from the side, it's cool. I like the bump, and from this side, it shoots you out, and it's like shorter this way. I like the Euro gap. This shoots you out and you get pretty high pop with this bank. It's pretty scary because it has a gap, but it's not that high to get on. I like how Sora skates the park. He's like different than everybody. Daniela really progressed over the years, and now she's like getting new rail tricks in her runs. I feel like the park's pretty gnarly, but I'm pretty used to the park now, and I kind of love it. I think I just flowing around the park and feel like how it feels, and then try to put my new tricks, which I learned in the year, in my new runs. And what works, and then I put it together and then I have my run.
Unfortunately, Liv didn't make it through to finals, but that did mean she could join me in the booth on commentary for women's heat number 2 in the semi-finals. And if you want to check out that show and her great insights, it will be uploaded tomorrow to the World Skate SB YouTube channel. And speaking of our semi-finals, let's check out what went on yesterday. Drawing the short straw weather-wise, the women dropped in under soaring daytime temperatures. For the first time, 3 Spanish skateboarders making up the total European representation within the top 16 semi-finalists. The biggest shock of women's semi-final is that for the first time on the World Skateboarding Tour, number 1 ranked Raisa Leal has failed to make the final 8 to skate today. A final without any Brazilian representation. Also missing the cut, but only just, was the hugely entertaining Japanese teenager Nanami Onishi, whose infectious enthusiasm endeared her to the crowd, as she gamely attempted the backside version of Chloe Covell's pioneering frontside 50-50 kickflip out during Best Trick. Qualifying just above her and marking not just her, but Spain's first ever women's street finals on the World Skateboarding Tour was Daniela Terol, who is already assuming a leadership position within her team. The fact that 5 Japanese skaters will appear today comes as no real surprise, but the order in which they qualified may. Tokyo Olympic medalist Momiji Nishiya and Funa Nakayama sandwiched 2023 world champion Yumeka Oda in positions 5, 6 and 7. Paris gold medalist Coco Yoshizawa sailed through in 3rd. Powerful newcomer Ibuki Matsumoto came in 2nd in only her 3rd World Cup appearance. In pole position, Chloe Covell. The Australian star posted not just the best run score, but the 2 highest best trick scores too, including the first 90-plus score of the Roman World Cup so far. Now, with so many characters wandering around this amazing site, we thought it would be rude not to catch up with them and find out a little bit more about what they like, this or that.
Travel or prize money?
Prize money.
That's hard.
You know, both be nice, you know.
Travel.
Travel.
Travel. Travel.
Travel.
Viajar.
And I love traveling. I think money, prize money, because then you could also travel.
When you go in contest, like, you know, if you win the contest and get prize, and then, you know, like, we can have fun.
Tricks or style? I think style, in my opinion.
Style.
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 Tricks.
Style.
Style mata cualquier cosa.
Style. Tricks.
Trick.
Style.
You see, like, a lot of, like, crazy new tricks. That's, like, really impressive. It's
Tricks and style, both.
Just one.
My God, I can't trick here.
Ranking points or after party?
Ranking points.
After party.
So before we get started with our women's final, it's time to introduce my guest for commentary, the wonderful Liv Lovelace. You're looking forward to the after party, right?
I'm so excited to be here.
I'm stoked to have you here. How did the competition go for you yesterday?
First of all, the competition was so fun. I had a blast. It wasn't really my day. I fell off on my run and kind of had a little bit of a learning experience trying to do a flat ground trick at the end when I shouldn't have. So that was a bit of a learning experience, but I crooked the big rail, so I'm so hyped on that, and that kind of filled my cup up, so I'm feeling good.
You did that first go.
Yeah, first go, and I didn't do it in practice, so I feel like so hyped on that feeling of just like acing it first try.
So you didn't even try it in practice?
No, I like rolled up a couple times and like closed my eyes and saw myself doing it, and then just kind of trusted my mental and trusted what I've been working on, and it worked out so well.
Amazing. So let's take a look at our start list for today. So many big names getting involved in our competition. But my first question to you is, how's Chloe Covell feeling so far?
Chloe is the best. She's feeling good. She's feeling chill. She's just doing her and having fun and hanging out with all her friends today. So I think she's doing good. She's ready.
So she's got 5 of the highest run scores ever out of the top 10 and not yet taken a win at a World Cup event. Do you think it's her year?
It's definitely her year. Her time's coming and it's going to happen soon, that's for sure.
And she got 93.49 in Dubai in 2024 and 2 of the top 10 highest scores in the trick section. She certainly knows what to do for the judges.
Yeah, I didn't even know she had 5 of the top highest scores, so that's crazy. So I'm excited to see her put it down today.
And you can see out of Spain we have Daniela Terol. Can she handle the nerves being first time in the finals?
I reckon she's got this for sure. She's the best. She's got good energy and her mindset's there, so I'm excited to see her put this line down.
Certainly starting things with a bang. Backside Smith popping out at the end. So good. I've been watching Daniela skate for a very long time. Turned up at a load of events in the UK back in the day, and she has really concentrated and buckled down. And it's things like the big feeble in the middle of her run, starting off with the backside Smith. You know, do you think that having a really good coach behind you helps?
100%. I think just having someone to lean on is always going to help you and just give you that little bit of reassurance that what you're doing is going to work, and the Spain team got that handle.
Yeah, line goes the chair in there, and that is a solid first run. Huge smile from Daniela, and rightly so. It's so hard to get a run down in 45 seconds, especially in this heat, but we do have a little bit of cloud cover that's providing a bit of respite from that brutal sun that we've seen all weekend. Starting things off with that backside Smith grind. Do you like to start with a banger, or do you build up to something at the end?
I would say a medium to hard trick. For me personally, if I land something for Danielle, her backsmith's exactly like that. If I start with something like that for myself, it's going to give me juice, and if you land that 9 times out of 10, it's going to set you up to land your run. So she did it really well there.
All about getting that juice.
For sure.
69.50. So what do you think about the new format that we've got? Adding the extra run in. That's going to spice things up, I feel.
I think it allows an opportunity for these girls to put some of their harder tricks into their runs, which is really cool. So I'm excited to see. Most of them will probably go for a safety run, and then we're going to see some really hard lines. So hopefully some big scores.
And Funa Nakayama taking first run of 3. Standing up on that frontside 5-0. What do you think it is about Team Japan that sees them in every final?
It's hard to say because I'm obviously not in their environment, but I would say just the team environment they have. They're probably all skating together a lot. They got some really good parks. They got a good support system, and when you're around good things like that, your skating's only bound to improve. So I love watching them all skate, and I can't wait to see a good front crook from Funa at some point in this contest.
Well, she got one down the hubber already. Missed that frontside feeble, but getting away with a frontside board slide and missing the crooked grind at the end of there. She'll be needing to clean that up. I don't think anyone's going to be anywhere near the podium without a full run, remembering that we take 1 score from the run section and 1 score from the trick section, but only 3 tricks in the trick section. That's quite gnarly. So 3 runs, 1 score will be carried over from that run section.
The Haley dunks look so good too.
So waiting for Funa's score to come through. 52.15. Something I've noticed about Team Japan is there's always someone there on the iPad recording, taking notes. They really analyse everything, don't they?
They're onto it, that's for sure.
Okay, next up, Yumeka Oda. We've got 45 seconds on the clock. Run 1 of 3. Looking very focused. Big frontside feeble to start things off. Yumeka, best result, second at OQS. Making into the top 3 per country to go into the Olympics. Kick flip frontside board slide. There's the step up.
I really like that combo. In off the rail and then flip front board. It looks so good. Damn, nollie flip.
So when you're planning a line out, are you sort of taking in the judges' criteria and what you can do around the course and sort of cramming it into 45 seconds? Or do you
that was sick!
50-50 to end that run? That's going to be a huge score. So yeah, are you planning things around all the massive amounts of criteria, or are you turning up, having a skate and seeing what works?
For me personally, I like to, in the first practice, just go skateboarding and try and have fun. If I do that, half the time I walk off the course with a line and be like to my coach, that's what I want to do, and then I kind of let him do the judging side. I think for me, I'm just trying to keep skateboarding fun, and if I just go skating and do what tricks I like really enjoy doing, then he can kind of do the judging side, and then like we can work as a team and hopefully put the two together.
It's great to hear that you want to keep it fun, because you could get lost in it, couldn't you?
You can get lost, but you do your best when you're having fun, that's for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, that's what comes first. That's why everyone's getting into skateboarding, fun. And then sometimes you end up turning up at a World Cup event in Rome in scorching heat. So all eyes on the board there. I think this is going to be a huge score. 82.61.
Wow.
You can see very happy, big smiles from Team Japan. Okay, someone who's looking to ride that wave is Momiji Nishiya, but you wouldn't know it. She's so calm.
She looks so chill when she skates. One of the best styles, that's for sure.
I really like Momiji's trick selection as well. How important do you feel that your trick selection is when you're planning that line? Because obviously you need to do something that leads on to another trick.
I think it's super important, especially with a course like this. You can kind of plan a line where you only do one trick in a pass, or you can plan a line and do two. And I think if you're smart and pick to hit the right obstacle at the right time, you can kind of do two tricks like Momiji is right now, and that's definitely going to help with your score. So she looks like she's got it all under control.
Yeah, and it's easy to think that Momiji's not doing some of the hardest tricks out there because she is so chilled and her style's so relaxed. But rest assured, these tricks are absolutely incredible. That frontside tail slide, a lot of high risk on that one. Your wheel can get jammed under the rail, especially taking it to fakie and not hitting that last upright.
She made that look so good.
And we know she's got the upgrades. You can get the nollie heel out of the
for sure.
out of the crooked grind. She was trying to get in the trick section yesterday, the frontside tail slide 270 out.
I feel like we might get lucky and see that in the next run.
And I mean, as a skateboarder, you don't get good at skateboarding by walking away from a trick and taking disappointment. You make friends with it, shake hands with it, and you lean into it, right?
Sure, you got to have that determination.
Yeah, and it's hard to step away from it. 71.17, and that's kind of a chilled run. I think
I'm
that's
excited.
Definitely going to go up. Seeing her in that second place position. Daniela sat in the third place bronze position at the moment as we take it over to Chenxi Cui. Chenxi's grown about a foot since the last time I saw her. Starting things off with a backside lip slide. There's that nollie backside 180 with a revert. Crazy one. And what do you think about Chenxi's kickflip melons? Got the straight one, the backside one, no one else out there doing it.
I would like to personally see it without the melon, but it's so impressive. Look how high and far she just cleared. Sometimes when I'm watching it do it, I'm like, go a little bit slower. You're like landing it flat, but it's so sick. She's just sending it, so it's so good.
Yeah, I think she's comfortable with that speed and the way that she pops from it, I guess. I'm not sure, but she just sends it every go. Backside 5-0. So how hard is it to cram so many tricks into a 45-second run?
It's pretty hard. I feel like that's why these girls made the finals. They're the best at doing it. And I don't know, the more you practice, the more contests you skate, it kind of gets a little bit easier. You obviously get a little bit used to skating at that intensity as well. So yeah, it's pretty sick. And everyone's so consistent right now. It's so good to see. Yeah,
that consistency is key. And I mean, we are watching in real time the progression of women's skateboarding right in front of our eyes.
So crazy, the kicky melon.
And then finishing that run on the backside 5-0. And going back to that timing, we see so many runs ending on the buzzer. It's that close. And, you know, sometimes it comes that you might miss that last trick and you're like, no way. How do you work it out to speed up certain places if you've, run out of speed after a trick?
I feel like you just gotta like kind of know from when you land whether you're like in the right position to go for your next trick, and if you're not, you might be best to just maybe skip one and come back to it on the next line.
So 64-6 coming through for Chenxi as we go back to Coco Yoshizawa, starting off with a kickflip frontside board slide like it was nothing. Up onto the rail, backside tail slide, looking very, very comfortable. I love seeing it when everybody's landing tricks and smiling afterwards.
So good, that's what skating's about.
Frontside board slide, choosing not to get the hurricane on that one. 15 seconds left. Whoa, big spin, frontside blunt slide. Everyone's chucking in a little upgrade, I feel.
She's stepping it up straight away. That's so sick to see.
See, as soon as you don't make that trick, your timing is off, as well as not being a complete run. And you are really going to need a complete run if you want to get anywhere near that podium. We saw yesterday people who didn't get a complete run had to rely so hard on the best of tricks. And it's almost unreachable, isn't it?
Yeah, it kind of is. I feel like so many people land a run across men and women that like, and the level is so good that if you don't land a run, you almost make it impossible for yourself to make the cut, which we kind of saw yesterday. So it's cool to see the consistency going up, and it's pushing the level even more.
46.26 coming in for Coco Yoshizawa. All smile still. Okay, Ibuki Matsumoto up next. Run 1 of 3, 13 years old.
It's crazy.
I'd be losing my mind at 13 years old, stood up there. I don't know how she's looking so comfortable.
Cool, calm, and collected.
Well, you can see that in her skating as well.
So powerful, it's so sick.
Really good pop. Great flick on a kickflip as well. Loads of control. Coming down to 25 seconds, hitting up that big section, frontside nose grind so easily. Bring it back across the course. Kickflip backside lip slide. And this is what we keep seeing. She was looking so comfortable in warm-up. Made that pretty much 9 times out of 10, and then it comes down to the competition. And then you can't do that trick that you've done so many times. It's really frustrating.
It is frustrating, but I feel like if you can calm your mind down and stay clear through your brain, you'll be back, and she's got the next run for sure.
So what do you do to stay calm?
I feel like everyone kind of has their own separate process. For me, I think I like to bring myself to like a chill state, maybe visualize my line a little bit first, and then take a big deep breath and just trust. I feel like if you believe you're going to land the trick, you can land it even when you're a little bit off. And if you have that littlest bit of doubt, you're probably going to fall off. So it's just something that I feel like as skaters we're always continuing to work on. So it'll be cool to see the girls that have fallen off step it up and see them pull these lines off.
100%, 43.48 coming through for Ibuki. What's going through Chloe's mind right now?
I would say she's probably trying to calm herself down, visualize her line, and just trust in herself. She's got this, and I'm so excited to see this line.
Starting off with that styly frontside nose grind. There's a Suski grind down that little hubba. Switch flip, and that's so important to the line, isn't it?
Her switch flips are definitely one of the best in the game, that's for sure.
Backside Smith, looking so chilled, just reeling the tricks off right now. Back-to-back tricks. We're coming down to that final 10 seconds with the backside tail slide. So tell me about your training regime. What do you do when you go home and you're not at competition?
I honestly just try and skate. At the moment, I'm trying to work on filming a part, so just a mix of skating the skate park and trying to film, and then where it's possible, skating with the Aussie girls definitely helps, and being around Chloe and Flick definitely helps push my skating, so I'm so hyped that Chloe's killing it right now. And that line was so perfect.
Well, she's always done well, but always been the bridesmaid, never the bride here at the World Skate events. And it's not looking the case right now. She is on top of her game. and really gunning towards getting that win out here. 81.56, see her sitting in second place, just below Yumeka Oda. And we'll take it back to the top of the heat. Runs number 2 of 3. What do you think everyone who's got a full run is going to be doing now? They're going to be going for that upgrade, are they?
For sure. I think we're about to see some harder tricks come into play, for sure.
Daniela starting off with the backside Smith. No slide down that chunky rail. There's the kick flip. So, you know, once you've got that full run down, do you kind of just have a sigh of relief and go, okay, right, I've got something in the bag. I can rely on that score. And does that help calm you as well to go through and try harder stuff?
I definitely think you can relax a little bit, which at the end of the day is going to allow your body to do what your body can definitely do. So I think for these girls that have landed a run, it definitely becomes a little bit easier and they can switch off and really focus on doing a harder run and not worry about the scoring so much. So it's pretty sick to even see that little upgrade of the nose slide and the kickflip up the Euro. I'm excited.
Yeah, it seems to be that if you get that little upgrade and still keeping the bangers like this backside Smith grind, the judges really reward you. Do you sort of take a look at the judges' criteria and kind of work backwards to what tricks you've got in your bag? Or are you just, you know what, this is what I do, like it or lump it, I'm going to get out there and do my thing?
I think I'm the second option for sure, and that's kind of why we have a coach here to be like, hey, like, I know you want to do this because you love this trick, but you should probably do this. So.
How often do you ignore them, though?
I feel like when I was a kid a fair bit, but now I'm older and we have so much trust and such a good relationship that I'm just like, okay, I know you're right. I want to ignore you, but I'm not going to ignore you.
So 71.42 for Daniela Terol as we go back to Funa Nakayama. Starting things off with that backside lip slide. Got third out in OQS Budapest, so she knows how to get up onto that podium. First place at World Street Skateboarding Rome 2022. And things have changed since she was on this course back then.
Front crook is so good.
Dare I say she's even more consistent and really, you know, it used to be that she'd chuck the front crook in as last trick, now doing it mid-run. Oh, missing that front feeble seems to be a problem for her today. And missing the board as well.
She's got one more. That's why this new format's so sick, because sometimes it might take 3, so it's exciting because if you miss 2 runs, you still have another opportunity, but also if you land a run, we can see some harder tricks, so she'll be back.
Yep, from quarterfinals and semi-finals, we just had the 2 tricks. Oh, 2 runs, sorry. Then we're adding the extra run in here. And yeah, it's going to let people relax a little bit when they miss both. But the pressure is on if you haven't got 2 runs down.
Yeah, that gets a little bit scary, but she'll be back.
Someone who's got that run down already, 82.61 on the board, looking to upgrade. Wow. That filming from Nick Hansen then was great. He's getting all the shots.
He's got the angles for sure.
30 seconds on the clock. When it goes wrong, it's so hard to get back in the swing of things, isn't it?
Especially in the finals and the semis when you know you got to land your run. But I feel like she's got a run already, so she's got one more opportunity to step it up.
Yeah, highest scoring run already, 82.61. So feel quite comfortable. But wow, okay, that's certainly an upgrade there. Kickflip frontside feeble. But she knows that Chloe's very, very strong in the trick section and can upgrade what she's done already in run number 1. No one can be comfortable without her, with her out there on the course.
Sure, they all got some good upgrades, but I'm excited to see what Chloe's about to pull out.
Well, I'm sure you know more than anyone what she's got in the trick bag and what she's holding back. I could see the little smile on your face as well. I'm really excited. Okay, Momiji Nishiya currently in 4th and outside of that podium position. Backside lip slide to start things off. There's the heel flip. All the style for every mile. Frontside Smith grind 180 out. That was so rad.
She makes that look so good.
It's almost like she could do it with her hands in her pockets. Backside 5-0. Her top part of her body barely moves when she does these tricks. Okay, are we going to see this upgrade? Crooked grind, nollie heel flip. Come on. Oh, you can see she got her foot in that position, like with her foot on the pop over on that side of the tail. 1 second, it's on the buzzer, frontside tail side. Yeah, you can see her spinning those shoulders up for the 270 out.
I really like the front tail 270. That's a new one that I haven't personally seen, and it's a really good looking trick.
But down a long rail like that, you know, it's kind of a fast trick, isn't it? In and out and flow with it. You got to hold it till the end of the rail there. But the nearer you get to the end of the rail, the less amount of time, because it finishes quite low, that you've got to get a flip out. That's what makes Chloe's kick flip out really impressive. And the nollie flip out of the nose grind. 46.91 coming through. Chenxi Cui back up on the platform. 64.26 is the score. She's looking to drop straight into the backside Smith. I don't think I've seen her fall off one of those today.
Consistency is next level.
But what I'm questioning is, where is she going to make an upgrade?
I think we're about to see this upgrade here. I feel like we're about to get a big backside flip melon.
Well, you were certainly right.
So sick.
It was a very, very well executed one as well. Nearly missing that landing ramp. Oh, missing the front side feeble. You could see her face on the way out of that, like, no way. Turning it around with that axle, still getting a breather in. Back into the hover, still very well timed, but missing the kickflip 50-50. It's all going to come down to that third and final run for her. 64.26. I feel right now, unless you are mid-70s and into the 80s, you're going to really struggle to boost that score with the trick section, unless you've got tricks way up there in the 90s. Waiting for...
I think we're going to see some high scores in the best tricks, so you want a big run score to help you compete when we get to these best tricks.
Okay, Coco Yoshizawa gearing up for getting down, rolling in, kickflip frontside board slide, front foot coming off this time. Do you feel like there's maybe a bit of pressure on Coco?
I feel like there's a little bit of pressure on everyone that hasn't landed a run, but I feel like it will happen. You just got to give it its time.
Well, you don't reach the heights of where she's gone with skateboarding by buckling under that pressure, and that big spin frontside blunt slide really shows that.
I think Coco's kind of gone for a little bit of a different attitude. Instead of getting a safety run, it looks like she's kind of trying to send it from the get-go. So maybe because she's going for it from the first run, that the third one will work straight away, and maybe that's what's going to work best for her. So it's cool that she's coming at it with a little bit of a different perspective to the others, so hopefully it pays off for her.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's going to take, though. If you want to get up there on that first place, you have to send it from the get-go. I don't think there's any room at this point in the competition to hold back at all. So she will be relying on that third and final run, currently sitting in 7th place. As we take it back to Ibuki Matsumoto, sitting in that last place position at the moment, yet to get that full run, but we'll definitely be looking to change that right now, and starting off with a lovely frontside feeble. Crooked grind to back that one up. So, having not got that score on the board, do you trust the plan, or not got a run fully done? Do you trust the plan and go back to your original first run? Or do you say, no, I've got to go to the big one with the upgrade?
I feel like everyone's different. If I was in that situation, it would honestly just depend on how I was feeling within myself and whether I was trusting my tricks. If I trust my tricks, then go for it. But if you're a little bit doubtful, maybe play it a little bit safe. But she just handled that, put that line down. That was amazing.
Oh, yeah, complete run that she needed. But it's hard not to see what other people are doing and let it get into your head, right?
Sure, sometimes you even just got to close your eyes and only think about you.
So solid run there for Ibuki. Lovely backside Smith grind. See that pinch on the back truck and that back toe holding it all the way to the end of the rail. So definitely going to be losing that 43.48, but how much, we're just about to find out from our judges. $79.98, good enough to be in that third place position with only run scores on the board so far. Back to Chloe Covell. First place qualifier through to our finals. Having got a big score on the board, are you expecting to see those upgrades come out now in run number 2?
I feel like we're going to get an upgrade or two in this line.
Frontside nose grind. There's that Suski. How important is it to do different tricks like a Suski grind that no one else is doing on the course?
Honestly, Chloe learned that trick like 2 weeks ago when we were in the Netherlands. So to see her have it in this run, to me, is so crazy. But she's amazing. So I think, I love Suskis. So I think it's such a sick trick to have in her run.
There's the crooked grind down that chunky rail. Getting some powerful pushes in, taking it back up, step up, kickflip, backside tail slide. She got it done. I thought that was going to slip out then.
Holding on to it.
And coming in, frontside feeble all the way down.
Wow,
you can see two fists there on the way out. Yes, so stoked. Well, she's looking to drop an 81.56. Let's see what the judges make of that. Another solid run for Australia's Chloe Covell. That's going to be a huge confidence booster, isn't it?
For sure. I feel like she's been doing them so good in practice, but hasn't been able to do a flip back tail in a run yet. So doing that first try in the upgrade run is going to boost her confidence so much.
But getting a switch trick in there, especially a switch flip, I feel is just so big for Chloe. You know, every time the board leaves your feet is such a high risk, especially in a switch trick.
Yeah, I love how much she flips her board. I feel like it makes it look so good.
Look at that smile on the way out. Waiting for that score to come through. 84.55, and new leader by quite some margin, Chloe Covell. And third and final runs. We'll be starting off back where we began with Daniela Terol, currently in fourth place. Starting with that backside Smith. Love the way she pops out of that at the end. Oh, looked like she was maybe going to get a crooked grind to upgrade. She's sitting just outside of the podium position with a 71.42. And fourth place.
That pop out on that back Smith was so good.
It's almost like it's a little bit early.
Yeah, just a lot of control.
Yeah, full control. Be nice to maybe get an insight into what we're going to see from Daniela in the trick section. There's the frontside nose grind. When you're in the trick section, you see a line there, coach giving a big round of applause. When you go through to that trick section, you see someone do a trick that you know you can do and it gets a good score. Do you change things up and go, you know what, I should just do that because I'm going to get a great score for it?
I feel like some people do, and maybe in the finals you would if you kind of like know you need that score, but I don't know, for me personally, I like just trying to do what I like want to do because I know that that's going to make me happy, and I can kind of take away that from a contest. So everyone kind of has a different perspective on it and a different read on skateboarding. So some people would probably go, yeah, okay, that got a great score, I'm going to do it. And then there's some people out there like me that's probably like, oh, I still want to just do that trick because it's going to make me feel really happy.
Okay, Funa Nakayama, third and final run, backside lip slide to start things off, standing up on the front side 5-0. Okay, front side blunt slide. So good to see Funa chuck it in that frontside crooked grind mid-run. Has got that so dialed. And really excited to see what Funa's got for the trick section. I saw her kind of throwing a few things around earlier and yesterday. I saw her sort of warming up with the heel flip frontside crooked grind. It'd be interesting to see if she gets it done. There's the full run she needed.
Handled that pressure so good just then.
Yeah, when it comes down to it, Funa can really focus. And I mean, it's hard to balance those nerves, especially when you get that wobbly leg. You're like, whoa, calm down, calm down.
She looked like she had it under control, though.
Yeah.
I like the combination of front crook and back crook on the middle hubba. That's so sick to have.
Yeah, we saw that with Daniela doing the back Smith and the frontside Smith. It is nice to see the both versions going in. Okay, waiting for that third run score to come through. 69.12. That sees her staying in sixth place at the moment. But it will be the trick section that sees our leaderboard shuffling around every single landed trick. And Yumeka Oda dropping in now. 17 years of age. Oh, stamping that kickflip down. Oh, I was gonna say, are we gonna see the crooked nollie flip? I mean, at this point in the competition and being in second, you can afford to drop this run.
For sure, I love that she's going all in for this third run right now.
Yeah, she's saying that's all good, save some energy for the trick section. Quite a bit of gap between our top three. 79.98 for Ibuki, 82.61 for Yumeka, and Chloe on 84.55. Someone looking to change that right now is Momiji Nishiya. She needs to really compose herself, and I think it's going to take the crooked grind nollie heel flip out to get her up into that podium position. Looking great so far. Such a good heel flip. Smith frontside 180 out.
She's got that perfect every time.
Well, we've spoken about that high risk, high reward thing before. The judges really, really like to reward high risk tricks, like the flips in and out of tricks. And are we going to see it? Yes, we are. We're not only going to see it, it's perfect. And it's that kind of thing that Momiji is very well known for. Let's see if she gets this last trick, frontside tailslide to fakie. I think she played that really well to not get the 270 out, because that meant that she could just get that full, completely upgraded run.
I think you're spot on there. That was amazing. I feel like that crook nollie heel is going to pump her score up quite a bit.
She always looks so composed, and when she gets a full-made run, that smile really beams. Smith frontside 180 out. Couldn't be much more perfect. And there's that nollie heel flip. So good. Well, Momiji took that first place out in Lausanne at the World Skateboarding Tour. Gold medalist at Tokyo Olympic Games 2020. So she knows what it's like to be out there in that first place position. And I'm sure there's nothing more she'd like right now to be back up there. Look at her face, so nervous and smiling. Trying to stay calm, looking at that scoreboard. This this run score means everything. 80.49, that sees her up in podium position. And that also sees her in reach of getting that gold position in first place by backing it up with some tricks. But only 3 tricks moving forward. So Chenxi back in. That nollie 180 Reva. Kind of a weird choice, I feel. I'd maybe like to see her change that with the kickflip melon and then upgrade mid-run trick. Taking a breather on the axle stall. Coming back in. We can see the big backside kickflip melon. Yes, we are.
Holding on for dear life. That was amazing.
Well, she had to seriously crouch that one out, otherwise it wouldn't be made. Frontside feeble, not making that mistake again, but stepping off her board. And something that I've noticed from watching all of these competitions, people doing tricks on the quarter pipes at each end, they are counted towards the overall run. And you see those people raising higher and higher up through. Anyone who steps off their board, you know, you don't get marked down for it, but it doesn't help, does it?
I think it just might affect that, like, flow and style kind of aspect of it. But even when you look at someone do, like, Yumeka does such a nice frontside 5-0 during her run, and I'm like, wow, it just makes everything work so well together. And it can also then allow you to creep in a couple more tricks. So I feel like in time we'll start to see that too.
Yeah, I mean, you know, competition experience is definitely a thing. The more time you spend on the course, the more comfortable you get. And it's hard to skate in front of a crowd as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it can be intimidating, that's for sure.
Coco Yoshizawa not looking too intimidated right now. Backside tail slide on that rail, coming down to 25 seconds. Currently in 8th place, so she desperately needs a full run.
Wow,
there's
that's
the hurricane.
Sick combo.
Well, it's those back-to-back tricks and high-scoring tricks back-to-back that really make the difference in getting the big spin, front side, blunt slide. Exactly what I was saying. This could be a huge score. She needs to compose herself and get this trick done. No slide. Oh, no! She is not holding back. That was bonkers.
She was going crazy.
Well, to have upgraded not just once, but several times in the run, that would have been a huge, huge score, and that shows that she is not messing around out there.
I wasn't expecting the 270 shove out of the no slide then.
Big spin, front side, blunt slide, locking in so perfectly. It's almost millimetre perfect. The tail just waiting for her feet to join it on the rail. And yeah, the 270 shove not working out of the no slide, but high risk, high reward. That would have been a huge score coming in. I think it will still be a respectable score with a full. Yeah, 61.28, but she does remain in that last place position and now will rely on the trick section, but it is going to be a very, very far reach. Ibuki Matsumoto missed that second run, looking to change that on this third run. No, it's not going to happen. Frontside feeble, not working out. Bit of a heavy slam. And it's not just falling off, losing your timing and not getting a complete run. This hurts.
It does hurt. Concrete isn't soft.
But you do have to make friends with it to get good at it.
For sure. Kind of got to accept a little bit of pain to get better.
Frontside nose grind, frontside board slide. I was really hoping to see a full run, and this kickflip backside lip slide, as smooth as she could do it, it's not happening. But currently in 4th place, 79.98 highest score so far. You know, she could still get up on that podium. Will be remaining with that 79.98, 29.25 is going straight in the bin. And we're going back to first place qualifier through to finals. Chloe Covell. You can see her working some stuff out with her hands there. How important is it to visualize your tricks before you try them?
I think it just allows you to like get a little bit of confidence in. If you can see it, you can do it. So hopefully we get another little upgrade in here.
Whoa! Nose grind, nollie flip out for first trick, followed up by the Sasuke grind. This is going crazy. She needs to get a full pull right now to really advance that lead, and that would have been a huge confidence booster, wouldn't it, Liv?
That was crazy. I was not expecting that.
Backside Smith grind. Oh, wow. Chloe is really on top form right now. Coming down to the last 10 seconds on the kickflip backside tail slide. She's tidied that up as well. Taking a big, deep breath for this last trick. was looking up at the timer, frontside feeble, and landing, looking over at the coach, and almost screaming.
Amazing.
How do we even put that into words? I need a dictionary here to dig deep into to try and find the words to describe just how ridiculous that was. Look at this, frontside nose grind, nollie flip out. Landing a bit back heavy, but that ain't gonna matter, is it?
Just to do that in a run is wild.
Solid switch flip, possibly the best one she's done this weekend. Followed up with the backside Smith grind as well. This kickflip backside tail slide, locking in so good, sliding a good couple of feet. And then finishing off the run with a fully locked in frontside feeble. Very, very, very impressive run there from Chloe Covell. I think the judges might have run out of room to score that.
That was wild. That was so sick.
89.79. All smiles from Team Australia right now. What's her strategy going to be as we move into the trick section?
I feel like Chloe's going to want to get one trick in the bag, maybe the 50 kickflip, and then yesterday what she just did for her first trick in her run was actually her best trick, so maybe we're going to see her go from the top, or maybe she'll do it again. I'm not really sure, but it kind of took me back. That was crazy that she just did that in a line.
Well, next nearest score is an 82.61. She's got a 7-point lead pretty much. I don't know if it's in reach. Everyone's going to need the best tricks they've ever done to be able to catch up with her, even if she just does a trick that she knows she can do every time.
I think she's just got to compose herself and trust and get one on the board and then go from there, not get too far ahead, but she's got this for sure.
So bottom three there are going to be struggling. And as we said at the opener of the show, it's so important to get that strong run score in. Daniela Terol, 71.42, needs to back up with some big, big tricks. Ibuki Matsumoto just outside of that podium position, 79.98. And our top three way up in the 80s, but Chloe Covell, 89.79. That is a huge, huge lead.
Oh, yeah. From the top? Yeah.
So only Yumeka and Momiji have won one of these competitions. They know what it takes to get through and to do what it takes to wow those judges and get those big scores, but so does Chloe.
For sure. I think a lot of these girls know kind of what they're about to have to put on the line, and it's just going to come down to who can compose themselves and land a trick.
Well, Funa also knows, but she can't do it, I don't think. 69.12.
That's a lot of points she got to climb.
So at this point, feeling very confident, happy to get a big run under her belt, Chloe is going to be stoked. But do you feel like she needs to not ride that wave too far and get overconfident? Because she could get no score, you know?
I feel like she's the best human ever. She's got such a good head on her shoulders, so I kind of don't think that that's going to happen. She's just got to take a deep breath and focus on one trick at a time and then not get too far ahead, and she can make it happen for sure. But so does everyone. Everyone's just got to think about one trick at a time. You can't be thinking about the second or the third try. You got to just focus on the try that you're about to try.
So current leader, Chloe Covell on his screens there. Just put down one for the records. 89.79 on the board. She holds 5 of the top 10 highest scores for runs. And I'm definitely sure she'd like to add another one to the trick section as well.
Is that run about to get into that top 10, do you know?
Well, run section, yeah, well, it will. I would have thought so. She got a 93.49 Dubai 2024. 94.62 in Tokyo. Okay, wow. Daniela Terol. She was struggling that one to commit to it in practice a few days ago. tried it a couple of times in yesterday's competition and stepped away from it and did a different trick, which was really good. And I think Aline was maybe like, hey, that's not working for you today. And that's the beauty of having a coach in your corner, right?
Sure. That one, though, looked like she's got it.
Yeah, locked in really well. All smiles. Be a 0 score. As we take it over to Funa Nakayama. Needs some really, really big tricks. I'm excited to see what she gives us. Regardless of where she ends up in the competition, I know she's working on something special for us. So this section of competition, only 3 tricks to be attempted, but you can do the repeat. Backside nose blunt slide. That would be a huge score.
I think that's a new one for the women. That one, especially on an obstacle that big, that was so sick.
And in the past, in our trick section, you used to be able to look up at the judges, cross your arms and cross out that trick and go back to doing it as if no one had seen it. But this time, you can just keep going until you get it as good as possible, and they'll judge it just how good it is. Frontside blunt slide, shove it. Attempt there for Yumeka Oda. Currently in second place. She's going to need a big trick. Everyone knows what Chloe can do, so everybody's going to have to push it, aren't they?
For sure.
So Momiji just giving the thighs a little bit of a thump, keep that blood flowing. Starting up on the big section. Coming into that hover, crooked grind, gnarly heel flip.
That is so good.
Do you know what's gnarly to me? Momiji is so chilled and her style is arms down by her side. Even when she falls, she doesn't put her hands down.
She's just got it like that. It's so sick.
So, Chenxi, trick attempt 1 of 3. Eyeing up that long rail. Switch frontside lip slide, just slipping out of that one. That's a big, big trick. Well, we saw Chloe in her debut out here in Rome, getting the switchboard slide done all those years ago. We saw the tears, completely different skater on the course now. But it's really a big deal to do anything switch down that long rail. I want to see Chenxi come back and get that one done. Coco Yoshizawa, big spin frontside board slide. Saw her do that so easily yesterday. Looking a bit disappointed there, still got 2 attempts and a little bit room to breathe, but it comes down to when you haven't got one trick down in your first 2 attempts, and that weight is so heavy on last attempt. Ibuki Matsumoto. Where do you think she's going with this one?
Kickflip front 50, I hope.
Well, you're getting your request there, but...
She'll be back. She did it so good yesterday, so hopefully we get to see her put this one down.
So, it certainly looks like the pressure is on, because not one landed trick yet. And that can be infectious. But that could be about to change. Chloe's certainly over the right side of the course for the 50-50 kickflip out. I love the way she gets that cross lock in the trick. Gives her the ability to move that front foot into position.
She's got so much control on this trick.
Oh, getting a bit of wheel bite on the way out. I thought she'd done it.
Yeah, I was about to scream in happiness.
Well, the way Chloe does that, she doesn't just flip out, she sends it out. She travels really far away from the rail and gets a really good flick on that front foot.
She's got that timing. I think when you actually watch it in slow-mo, she pops really early, which I think allows her to get a really good kickflip.
So that's a full round of no landed tricks. Come on, Daniela! No way!
So close.
Check your pockets, Daniela. You got robbed on the landing right there. And she is going to be really full of confidence now, because that was super close. Closest she's got yet.
So close.
And I would love to see her get it done in the competition. All thumbs up. She's like, yeah, next one. That's mine.
She knows it's coming.
You've got it, Daniela. We believe in you. Funa Nakayama. Getting ready. So has room to sort of get this one done, but it will mean that the pressure will be on that 3rd and final trick. It needs to be a huge score. She's got a 69.12 on the board. It's going to be a long, long stretch to even get up into bronze. But a backside nose blunt slide is certainly going to do it. She's almost looking confused that it's not working. Right, Yumeka Oda, currently in second place with an 82.16. Yet to get that trick section score in. Frontside blunt slide, shove it, taking a little sit down there. The pressure is going to be all on that third and final trick, and it looks like everyone's putting it on the line.
This is good. Everyone's stepping it up right now. It's so good to see.
Yeah, they know what Chloe's capable of, and that huge lead is going to make it hard. Momiji going back to the crooked grind, nollie heel. Whoa, getting a bit of road rash there. But just walking it off. Yeah, whatever.
Looks still so calm, so chill.
So what do you reckon coach is going to say to her right now? You've got it, go back to it, or maybe change it up?
Oh, so hard to say. I don't know. I'm not really out there, but I would probably be telling her to keep going because that's her signature trick.
There's a switch frontside lip slide, breaking that no-land curse that we've seen so far. Chenxi Cui getting it done and landing it really well. Got a better execution than we saw in semi-finals. Check this one out. Switch stance being like writing left-handed if you're right-handed, and hanging upside down at the same time.
That one's crazy. So sick.
Yeah, really, really good execution on that. Whoa, 87.98, and you see her in that first place position because she's the only one to get a trick landed in this section of the competition so far. But that could be what everyone needed.
I think we just needed one person to land, and we're about to see a whole lot of tricks.
Coco Yoshizawa back in there, big spin front, board slide, shove it out! Wow!
She did that so good!
Oh my goodness! Like, it's not just the trick, it's how she did it. The shove it out. Look at her, she's got her hand over her mouth like, did that just happen?
That would have felt so good.
Look at that. Big spin, frontside board slide, shove it out, but landing bolts in the board slide and on the shove it out. Perfect execution. This is going to be a huge, huge score. That is what we needed, but if she'd have got that full pull and a higher score in the run section, that really, really would have boosted the score that's going to come through. And it reiterates just how important it is to get that full run score. Whoa! First score up in the 90s, 90.26. And obviously, finishing into the final changes our world skateboarding ranking. Huge points on offer as soon as you get into finals. Whoa, missing, I think, the back truck there and slipping out on the kickflip frontside 50-50 from Ibuki. Anyone who is in the world skateboarding ranking top 30 is pre-registered to the competitions, but you also free up all of those vital spaces per country quota. You can get 6 in there plus the 3 extras, so it's really important to get into that ranking, and it's an 18-month rolling ranking, dropping that last score every 18 months. Oh, okay, pressure is now on for Chloe Covell. She's down in third place now, having not got that score on the board. You can see the emotion coming out there. We're seeing a different version of Chloe right now. She needs to center herself,
she's got to take a breath.
Yeah. What would you like to say to her right now if she could hear you?
Take a breath, forget about the moment, and just do the trick. You can do it every single try.
Okay, Daniela Terol. Come on, Daniela, get it done! Oh! No way! How well was she locked into that then?
That was such a good blunt. It was so up.
You can tell a really good blunt when the board is almost vertical, not over to back tail.
Really good blunt.
Was really, really well. Do you know what? Get back up there, Daniela. Do it.
Again.
Yeah, go on.
Again.
Get back up there. Let's see you do it. You know, this is her first time in finals, and I think she should be very, very proud of herself.
And she is
massively
proud
shining
of herself.
for Team Spain out there. It's a big deal to get to this point of the competition. It really is. Okay, Funa Nakayama, trick 3 of 3. Really needs to get that trick score in there. And with Chloe not making that trick there is room now for people to start moving up. Back nose blood slide! Are you kidding me? How well did she do that? That was bonkers.
Was mental.
Whoa.
That is really stepping the level up right there. That was amazing.
But also, after 2 non-makes, just going, nah, I've got this in the bag.
Wow.
Wow. Look how well she done it. Sliding on the front wheels, pinching it in with the nose and holding it all the way through. Twisting the shoulders back round to bring it out forward. All smiles from Team Japan right now.
That was
We're
amazing.
waiting for that third score to come through, third trick score. 69.12 on the board. It's coming. You know, if the score's taken a little while, you've got the judges scratching their beards
Yeah, they're
and
thinking
heads.
up there. I don't think we've seen a back nose blunt on like such a big obstacle like this, so they're probably taking their time to figure it out, slot it in properly.
They're going to look at the trick ledger. They're going to look where this fits.
Wow.
91.88 sees Funa Nakayama now in first place position with 161 points. That is huge for Funa. Chloe Covell now in 4th place and outside of the podium. The pressure is on. Yumeka Oda, who is currently in 5th place and sitting on 82.61. Needs to get this trick done. Front blunt, shove it. Oh, and that's not worked out. It has not been Yumeka Oda's day today. It was worth going for. She knew she needed a really big score. Similar position to Vincent Milou yesterday. He had to throw everything in to be within a chance of getting into the finals. And this
I want to see this one.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone does. Everyone wants to see this one. Needs an 80.52. I think it'll be that. I think it's over that. Cricket grind.
I think you're on the money there.
Nollie heel flip out. Gap to Hubba. There is a big gap in front of that. Here we go. Momiji Nishiya. Oh, landing dark side. Had to put it on the line. Throwing everything at that trick right there.
The
Looks like her
was
wristband's broken. How she's going to get into the after party, I don't know. That's all you're thinking about right now.
It's too good.
Okay, 0 score going through. Has got a score on the board in both the run section and the trick section. Low run section score from Chenxi, but backing it up with that 87.98 in the trick section. Changing it round. Where's she going? Kickflip 50-50 maybe. Kickflip 5-0! Wow! First go! Look at her face. She is hyped, as we are in the booth as well.
That was so sick.
Look at those emotions. So good to see. Oh,
Handling
wow.
that pressure, that was amazing.
Well, having got that other one, took the pressure off, but to step it up to the kickflip backside 5-0 and doing it so well. I thought it was just going to be the straight kickflip 50-50 for safety, but...
Surprised us all.
Well, everyone knows that if Chloe makes this trick, they need to be battling for 2nd and 3rd place. But Funa in 1st place right now. Coco, 151.54 and an 89.29 coming through. Chenxi remaining in that 2nd place position. She's guaranteed to podium, but let's see if that can be changed. No, I don't think she does. Yeah, could be bumped out, actually. Coco Yoshizawa staring down the course. Oh, going for the hurricane down the rail, saying thank you very much to everyone. Coco always smashing it out here in Rome and across any terrain she chooses to grace. Put on a great show. Currently in that bronze medal position, third place. Ibuki Matsumoto having a battle with the kickflip frontside 50-50. She did it so well yesterday.
She did it perfect. Hopefully we're about to see it again.
See a bit of visualization there. There it is. She knew she landed that before she even popped. You could see the confidence. Her arms just chilling. Took it off the end of the hubbar like it was absolutely nothing. That's the hardest version to do of the kickflip 50-50s. Whoa, front truck just came off.
Just missed the front truck.
Might get docked a little bit there. But it is a make. 79.98 on the board so far. So important to get that third and final one in. Thumbs up from her. Eyes locked on that board, as with everyone else in the crowd. We got jam-packed stands out here in Rome right now. Judges scratching their heads there. I think what they're discussing is, okay, front truck wasn't on, so where are they going with the score? They'll look back at the score that they gave her yesterday for a perfect version. They're going to say, look, it wasn't as good as that. We need to scale it back. 79.02 sees Ibuki jump into that second place spot. That's a huge deal there for Ibuki Matsumoto. Okay, Chloe Covell just going through a few kickflips there.
Crowd's hyping her up.
Only needs a 71.22. So, I mean, she could just go frontside nose grind or something like that, but looks like she really wants to get the kickflip out of this frontside 50-50, and it's going to be a big score if she does. Trying a few little reps in practice. Here we go. The amazing Chloe Covell right at the forefront of women's skateboarding and spearheading that advance. There it is! She got it done when it mattered!
Yes!
Wow! Everyone cannot believe it in the crowd. Chloe Covell getting that frontside 50-50 kickflip.
That was amazing.
That was absolutely huge for her and huge for women's skateboarding. Everyone getting in there to congratulate her, and that is what I love about skateboarding. You're going in and giving someone a hug that might well have just knocked you off of the podium.
That was amazing.
Now we have to sit and wait what the judges think of that. We know the score that can come through for it. Frontside 50-50, kickflip out, and you can see exactly what you were saying. That early kickflip out, way before the end. Oh, it could have gone a little bit wrong, but...
So deserved.
Well, you could tell she was not going to bail that at all, was she? I think if that landed primo, she'd have tried to ride it away still.
For sure, the commitment was there.
Wow. Great scenes out here in Rome in our finals of our women's competition, Street World Cup 2025. We are waiting for Chloe Covell's score to come through. We know it's going to be big, 91.59, and you see Chloe Covell jumping up into that first place position. Funa Nakayama now into second place, and Ibuki Matsumoto in third place, bronze medal, and that is a 20-point and change lead, Liv. That is bonkers.
Crazy, so well deserved after she put that nose grind nollie flip in her on and then handling the pressure like a boss. That was so sick.
It's been a long time coming, hasn't it? She's finally taken that win out here in Rome.
I think that's just amazing. I'm so hyped for her. She deserves that.
She's pretty much completing that very large medal count now.
For sure. Finally can add a world skate one to it. That's so sick.
See Pamela Rosa in there giving her a hug as well. Everyone's jumping down out of there. I don't know how she's composing herself right now. I'd be taking a run all the way around the course screaming.
That smile says it all. So sick.
Well, let's take a look at the contest results. So there you go, Daniela. Very proud of you to get through to the finals. You should go home with a very, very big smile on your face. Momiji not making it happen. And then just outside of that podium position, Chenxi Cui smashing it. But Chloe Covell taking that first place position. Let's take a look at third place. And Ibuki put on a great show. Frontside feeble to start things off. Crooked grind to back it up. And it's that chilled style and execution along with consistency that we keep talking about that has seen her through. And then getting it done with the kickflip frontside 50-50. It was so important to get that trick done. All the power in the final hour.
Handling it on the third try too was amazing.
So Funa Nakayama, second place. As you're going to see, not getting a full run. Started it off with a big backside lip slide and a frontside blunt slide. The front crook mid-run is such a big deal. Getting a crooked grind the other way as well, the backside version. Taking the dismount there at the end of the run. But coming through with this amazing backside nose blunt, landed pretty much perfectly. Saw her getting into that second place position. Well deserved, as you said, Liv.
Back nose blunt was amazing.
And our winner, 2025 Street World Cup Rome, is Chloe Covell. And the buzz she must have got to get that done in the run section. Nose grind, nollie flip out. Suski after that, switch flip up the Wembley gap, backside Smith, but the kick flip backside tail slide was the icing on the cake.
So good.
And that secured that huge run score for her of 89.79. But it was the 91.59 score for the frontside 50-50, kick flip out, and here it is. Boom. That sealed the deal right there. Look at that toe positioning as soon as she got into that trick.
She has an amazing ability to like ollie and move her feet mid-air even before she lands on the rail, so that then it's just a little adjustment once she's on the rail.
Well, that can be super dangerous, but it's working for her. Liv, it has been an absolute pleasure for you to join me. Thank you so much for all of your insights.
Thank you for having me. It's been awesome, and I'm hyped I got to be on here for Chloe's first win and share a bit of time with you, so thank you for having me.
Brilliant. I hope you enjoy our men's finals, which are coming up next. Go and get yourself a good seat.
Thank you.
Now let's take a look at that updated world skateboarding ranking. So, first place is Raisa Leal, Yumeka Oda, Coco Yoshizawa down there. Liz Akama in fourth place. You see Ibuki Matsumoto in 10th place. Chenxi, who was also in this competition, 9th place. Funa Nakayama in 7th. Daniela Terol, 11th position coming into this. And Po Pinson, who wasn't out here in that 12th place position. Lucy Schoonher as well as 20th place. So Chloe Covell signing away and putting smiles on kids' faces. That's what it's all about. And someone who definitely puts a smile on my face is Vincent Milou, and I caught up with him earlier to have a chat to find out what makes him tick. Hi Vincent, thanks very much for spending some time with me away from the competition. Let's start these questions off a little bit light. So, if your skateboarding was a song, what song would that be? It's a tough one.
It's a tough one. It's really hard. Joy Division. Love will tear us apart.
Okay, interesting. Who is the most fun person to have a skate session with?
That's skating here?
Anywhere.
Day One Song.
Why?
Because it's a full skate rap full of creativity. It will skate anything that you didn't see. It inspires me a lot.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a different approach, and that's what I see with your skateboarding. Your approach to skateboarding's different.
Yeah.
Are you looking for something different? Is it like a thing you're actively doing, or is that just the way you skate?
I think it's just the way I skate. Skating a contest is different. I just tried, it's weird, but I have the park on my board talk to me. There's the tricks I feel comfortable with, but then I always try to figure out a line or something that like flows, that feels good, the way I don't have to step off my board.
Having returned to this skate park a few times now, how hard is it for you to stay creative in your run and do the different approach that you have?
You always come here with an idea of what you're gonna do, and it always doesn't go as the plan you imagine. The day I come here, I want to try something else. There's always those stuff that, like the kick front lip, that works for me, I'll keep that. It just depends on how you feel.
There's certain parts about the park that people are liking, people don't like, but if you could change some things, what would you do? Even if it's space is no object, would you like to see a pyramid hip in there, or a bank to wall, or something like that?
Then if we go that direction, I would change a lot of things to do like a pyramid hip, a very steep bank to wall, like a very steep bank to have some flow going from the side. Get rid of the big section, have like little stuff everywhere, some fun banks, some gap to rail, some really creative stuff, and then we'll see the skating evolve and different people in final every time. Because it'll be a very different course and it will be skateboarding only, not contest skateboarding. To me, there's no sense on repeating the same trick on different courses. Oh, the rail is bigger this time, let's do the same trick again. You should have to like figure it out on the spot. Like, it might be a manual pad, I don't know.
Your type of skating is kind of like when you're doing a line, it is more like street skating.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to have. I'm trying to have like that line that's gonna have a video part. Something that makes sense, but you have to find the right balance in between tricks you can stick every time to the dream trick, the dream line. Yeah. And also keep the flow. Sometimes I have people calling, why do you do that trick? I'm like, you don't know. Because if I do that trick, then my speed is gone. It doesn't work that way in the line, it's hard. That's why it's so hard to compensate the big section, the small stuff. If everything was kind of on the same level in the park, like steep banks and more original stuff, we'll have to skate differently. And it'll be hard for the judges too, they will have to think completely different, which will be great. It will change it up a little bit. I think we need that.
Yeah, and I think change is good.
Yeah, change is definitely good.
You surf a lot. How much does that help with your skating?
Maybe I see lines differently, kind of cut through the park. Because you always have surfing, you have to adapt, you just go. You can't plan on the wave. You take off, you don't know what you're gonna get. What it does with me, it definitely go back to nature, go back to earth, and like disconnect from everything. It's like reset. It empties some space over here.
That leads me on to you getting a new board sponsor, Pro Board. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Has that given you a new motivation?
It's definitely a different one because I had like a couple options as board, luckily, and then Element is the brand closer to my house with my friends skating for them. A lot of local riders around me, all my friends that skate for the brand. And it was more like, hey, Vin, just skate for us, be you. They're such a natural brand, and I'm a natural lover. If you go surf and post surf footage, it's part of Element. So you technically still get paid to go surf too. So it's a good thing, I'll take it. But it just like, it was more like be you, and we love that. So I was like, damn, that sounds good to me.
Well said. That's all you need. Well, thank you very much for joining me.
Yeah.
Best of luck in the competition, and I can't wait to see what you've got for us.
Thank you.
It was so good to take a little break away from the competition and catch up with Vincent. I'm a massive fan of his, and his lines that he was putting together are second to none. They are so, so good. And his outlook on skateboarding and what he wants from skateboarding is so inspiring, and I hope you take away something from that interview, because I certainly am. And someone who's got a different perspective is Manny Santiago. Let's switch focus.
2025, switching focus. So with you, Deshaun?
Just chilling, man. Just chilling, man.
How was your practice?
Today was good. I'm like adjusting to the heat right now. I was in Copenhagen before this, and it was kind of rainy and cold, so like my body was like, oh, special appearance?
Oh.
Gang.
What's up, gang?
AP gang.
What? She hit the whole. Those some Fortnite moves. Giovanni.
Giovanni.
It's pretty hot out here, huh?
Yeah, it's nice in the shade though.
It's nice in the shade, but the other side of the course is burning.
When I skated, there was no shade.
I'm sorry.
Jake, what's going on, man?
I'm smiling.
You're gonna do big spin front board right now?
Yeah.
I got fish eye, but I'm gonna zoom in. Yeah, Jake. Well, I barred you up on this cam, bro. What's up, Angelo? Oh, yeah.
Nico.
My dog. My boy.
What's up, Will? We here.
Oh, look at him. Now he's laughing. Now he's laughing. Trying to get that bad juju out of you, my boy.
¿Qué pasa, chicos? Yo hablo español. Sí, estamos en Roma. Con Manny Santiago. Yo hablo español. Soy Gustavo Rivera.
Yeah, you've been practicing. Okay.
It's so funny, like, I never speak Spanish, so when I speak, I don't care. I just...
You say it, but it comes out good.
Because I speak Portuguese with a Spanish accent.
If you land it, I'll buy you some pasta.
Buy me some pasta.
Yeah. You guys better pay in pasta. Oh, yo, pasta! What's up, Gregory? Saw you out there doing your stuff, my boy. So hard flip back 50s, flip front 50s.
Flip front 50s kind of not working right now, but figure it out.
Do it right now, bro. What you mean not working? See? That counts. If that was in a contest...
Oh, he would have flipped it so easy.
Yeah, that counts.
He got shy. That was kind of
Ah. So, Giovanni?
What up, dog?
Let's show the world that secret handshake.
Let's make it look for everyone.
Yup. What are you doing now?
Try half cab crooks.
On the gap taba?
Yeah.
If I tried to get close and film one, would it be in the way? You don't mind for this?
Always not.
Oh, got that! Tight. We all know everybody's skating, we know. But right now, like, you're on fire.
Fire.
Like, you're skating good, you're happy.
Oh, I thought you meant literally. I'm so hot right now. I'm sweating.
That wasn't a pun intended, it was...
All right.
I just wanted to tell you that, you're on fire.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah, keep up the good work, keep up the smiles. Barley grind. That's not barley, that's Bennett grind. I'm gonna educate him real quick when he gets back up here. That's a Bennett grind. Not barley, Bennett.
I see you, Bennett.
You said barley. You said barley.
No, you say barley.
Oh, Kelvin's on fire right now. Kelvin! Backside flip when they nose grind, that was amazing. I barred it up too. Wow. That was so good.
It is always chaos out there as soon as Manny gets hold of the camera. So good to see him switching focus. And speaking of chaos, let's take a look at what happened yesterday in our men's semi-finals. Making amends for Brazil in men's street was 71st ranked Ivan Monteiro, who seems to have made a full recovery from his arm break, which put him out for the longest time. The 45-second run section gave many of the men the most trouble. It required Japan's Kairi Netsuke to set down an early marker in best trick for the evening to get sparked. Daiki Akida had a night to forget from a results perspective, but still thrilled the crowd with his gung-ho approach and blasting hard flips. Heat 2 in men's brought through the contest veterans. Sora Shirai sailed through first because he's just from another planet. Behind him came two-time Olympic gold medalist Yuto Horigome, who, while still not on his dominating best, has enough natural buttery ability to coast through in fourth gear. The most impressive of the lot in semis was the powerful and unorthodox Brazilian Giovanni Vianna, who alongside Vincent Milou is the kind of guy you hope it all gels for sometimes, with the highest overall best trick score of the day at a whopping 94.59. Maybe that sometime for him is now. Staying with Vincent Milou, with a line that included a complimentary frontside 180 heel flip over the driveway, fakie 5-0 on the quarter pipe, and a half-cab flip, Vince showed why his skateboarding is like poetry. He went into best trick sitting on a respectable 80 run score. In need of an 86.9, he decided to go all in on a switch flip back lip, which would have exploded the scoreboard, but it wasn't meant to be. South Korea's Yoonhee Kang had a debut fairy tale in the palm of his hand all week, only to land zip in best trick against all expectations. Well, before we get our men's final underway, it's time to introduce my next special guest in the booth for commentary, Christopher Kroon. Thank you very much for joining me, mate.
I'm just glad to be here, I would say.
Yeah, it's going to be great to get your insights. And let's have a little chat about your competition so far.
I enjoy it every time. I'm just so glad to be here. I was not supposed to be here, actually. I hurt my foot like 2 weeks before, but I'm just so glad that I came here.
Is it still hurt now?
Not too bad, but it still hurts.
Well, it didn't look like it because you were throwing down a barrage of late shove-its yesterday and all competition.
Yeah, I was just so pumped up, so I didn't think about the pain.
So your approach to the course is different than anyone else's. Is that a conscious effort to do that?
I think it's good. I want to be different than other people. I want to stand up for myself and do the things I want to do.
Oh, I love that. Absolutely love that. So let's take a look at some of your tricks, Christopher. 270 lip slide.
Yeah.
It's a big deal. That must have felt amazing. Biggie front board to fakie down that gap.
So scary, actually.
And there you have it. That's been actually renamed now to the Kroon slide. I don't know if you heard. Ricky Krappers just said, right, you know, that's the Kroon slide from now on.
Yeah, I saw the semis. I used to rewatch it with my friend, and I heard about it. I was so I was so pumped up because I got my own name on it now.
Yeah, well, you heard it first. It's the Kroon slide from now on. Late shove it front board.
Yep, that's the trick.
I was loving that you were just cruising on to the quarter pipe as well. Frontside ollie, late shove it fakie. I love it. I'm a big fan of a late shove it myself.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Nice.
Love it. Strictly old school. Okay, let's talk about our finals. We got some heavy hitters in there, but someone who really did well and turned the screw of difficulty yesterday was Ivan Monteiro. He was absolutely on fire.
He was so on fire. I was so stoked to him to make it to the finals.
But has he got what he takes to get on the podium today with such a heavy loaded field?
I would say so, yeah. He got some pretty good scores up there. He got a 90 on best trick. So I would say he's in there. He can make it.
You see on your screens right now, Ginwoo Onodera looking very comfortable. Oh, yeah. Someone else who absolutely smashed it was Giovanni Vianna as well.
Oh, yeah.
He did that caballerial fakie nose grind and a completely different approach to the course like yourself than everyone else.
Yeah, he got a good approach. He does tricks everywhere, and he has so much power. And his fakie tricks bags is so big, so he got a lot of trick bag.
Yeah, you can see him on your screen right now. Just getting a few last runs in. That fakie crooked grind. Well, fakie backside 5-0 overcrooked is so good.
Yeah.
And Sora Shirai, such a big bag of tricks. We've seen the NBD earlier in semi-finals in one of his fallen runs. Super impressive, and his consistency is almost unbeatable.
Yep, it's unbeatable, actually. It's such a high level of skating he does. He does some crazy tricks that nobody else does.
Well, you came 5th in finals last year.
Yeah.
What's it like to be out there, sharing the platform with everyone, and at this point, waiting to get skating? Because you just want to get going, right?
It's just an honor to be there, being there with such a big names is so incredible. I always want to be in that podium since I was a kid, and it's so amazing to be there at the finals.
And the atmosphere is great out here in Rome as well, having the stands packed and everyone screaming for you. It's always a party.
Yeah, it's so nice. It's some people come up to me and talk to me. It's such a good feeling to people like to watch you skate. So good.
Do you find that it's intimidating or motivating to skate in front of so many people?
I would say motivating.
Yeah?
It's motivating to get even bigger and getting even better at skating.
I think what we need to see in the future, if you're watching at home and you want to come out here, because it is a free event, We need some banners with Kroon Slide written on. That's what I want to see it. We need it. I mean, these are the superstars in skateboarding, and you're one of them as well, mate. You deserve to be out there. Didn't quite come together for you.
You're so happy to be here, actually.
So let's check out our start list for our men's finals. Just under a minute of practice remaining. Sora Shirai, first place qualifier through, so he will be skating last. He gets the honor of watching everyone else skate before he drops in. Kairi Netsuke will be starting things off. Ivan Monteiro next. Felipe Gustavo was actually ill for 3 days before he dropped in. Somehow managed to pull it back from the edge. He had a fever, really high temperature, but he has made it through to finals. Really impressive. And it is a battle of two nations. First time we're not seeing any Americans in our final as well, which is a big deal.
Yeah, only Brazilians and Japanese.
Yeah.
That's a crazy final, actually.
Well, second biggest sport in Brazil next to football is skateboarding. Such a passionate bunch of people. It's so good to see. And we know there's a lot of people from Brazil watching the broadcast. Welcome, and I hope you enjoy the show. We are whipping up the crowd and getting ready for run number 1 of 3 for Kairi Netsuke. Christopher, what do you think of this new format?
I like it. I really do. The runs is going to be a big score and depends very much on it. And it's so fun to watch 3 runs so you can step it up if you make your first one.
Yeah,
so
it really gives everyone a little buffer.
Yeah, it does. It's going to be incredible finals, and it's going to be fun with a new format.
Lovely heel flip, frontside nose slide there for Kairi. 360 flip. When you're planning out your run, are you trying to think about getting trick, 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 or are you sort of starting with one trick and then kind of working out how you're going to get to that?
I want to start big and end big and do some pretty good tricks, and he does it. I don't know what they're going to say, but he does it right now.
Oh, no way. I saw him do that so many goes in a row earlier.
I shouldn't say that.
Curse of the commentator. Welcome to the club. It's a tough one.
Yeah.
I saw Kairi do that probably 5 or 6 times in a row. Perfect. He catches it high. But he started off that run with the crooked grind down there. Do you try and start your runs on something that feels really good? Or are you sort of saying, no, I need to make a statement when I enter the course?
I like to do one that feels safe, but still is a risky one, I would say.
Well, you certainly know what it takes to get through to the finals. And how much attention do you pay to the judges' criteria?
I don't think too much of it.
No? You're just doing your thing?
I just doing my thing, and if it scores pretty low, I would just do it better, I would say.
Okay. So you'll work on the fly, see what they think of it, and go, yeah, okay, I'll change it up.
Yeah, I would say that.
Awesome, I like it. Freestyle. I mean, we're seeing lots of planning going on out there in the runs. Lots of judges jumping, coaches, jumping in and, you know, hey, you need to switch this, stay focused and everything. You're just riding the wave.
Yeah, my coaches say, just do what you feel like.
Ivan Monteiro up next. We saw that 39.64 for Kairi. So, Ivan was absolutely hyped earlier. I saw him jumping on a scooter and taking a little break away from the competition. He was like, yeah, I'm going to win this thing. And that positive mental attitude is really important, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Skateboard is a better mental thing. Like, if you got a mentality, you can do it. Like, it's all mental in skateboarding.
Well, Ivan's got some really big tricks. 270 lip slide. He likes that one just as you do.
Yeah, it's really good on the trick.
Taking the rock fakie, which sets him up to come in switch. Front blunt slide. Wow, he did that so good. Do you know what? I'm not sure if that's going to affect him.
I don't think so, no.
It should be good, should be good,
yeah.
So, 360 flip nose blunt slide, but that is going to be a bail there. He's not going to get that complete run that we've seen being so vital. Yeah. Now we're adding that extra run. But having added the extra run, that means that 2 of the tricks are being lost now. There's only 3 tricks.
Okay.
But no repetition rule on that. You can keep going back to it. It doesn't matter if you want to exit out. The judges will score the trick as if it is new each time you try it, as long as you improve.
All right.
There's that switch frontside blunt slide. Yeah, that wasn't a bail. I think he could get away with that one.
Yeah,
but execution-wise, that is pretty much perfect.
Oh, yeah. That's really good.
And then we saw him just coming off. His style on doing that one, he does the 360 flip, hangs his front foot, almost pulls it back and does like a double pump.
I would say he's got the best free flip, 360 flip here. Like,
So 50.52 coming through. You see, he says next one. And that was my guest, Matias Del Olio, there in his corner, helping him out with those runs as we take it over to Brazilian Felipe Gustavo. I'm really glad he shook that fever off. And he is now through to our finals. Felipe is so accurate with his skateboarding, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, it is.
That flick on his front foot is just out of this world. And you're just about to see it here.
Such a tick skateboarder. Like, in the best trick in semis, did a nollie flip front nose. Nobody else is doing that.
Yeah, but nobody wants to do that either,
Not on a
do
hubba.
they?
I understand a flat curve, but doing it on a hubba is such a wild one.
It is so crazy. He's looking good so far. Perfect kickflip. Switch frontside board slide. You'd barely know that was switch right there.
Nope, you don't.
Up to backside tail slide. I like that there's kind of a relaxed style. There's no sense of urgency.
No.
Oh, wow. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
What is going on here? Felipe Gustavo, flawless run right there.
That's going to be a big score.
Oh, it's going to have to be. It's got to be so big. Nollie frontside nose slide to start things off. And then you see that classic kickflip crooked grind from Felipe. Frontside kickflip.
Classic.
And the switch kickflip frontside board slide. Really important on part of his run. But switch flip 50-50.
Oh, that's such a good ender right there.
It is a thing of beauty as well. But to end your run like that, do you know what he's saying? He's saying, yo, everyone else in this heat, I'm not messing around. What do you think of that? Step your game up. He is hyped, absolutely hyped. You see the whole of Team Brazil there.
Should be hyped.
Congratulating him. Okay, Toa Sasaki.
Last year winner.
You know, 80.22 coming in for Felipe. Toa definitely knows what it takes to take the win, as you say. And starting it off with that backside nose blunt slide, following it up with the 360 flip. He's got such a good frontside flip on transition.
I don't understand how he does it every time.
Oh, and the bigger spin flip, frontside board slide. We keep saying to every guest, and it's really nice to see different people's point of view. But what is it about Team Japan that makes them so prolific in competition skateboarding?
I think it's because they're pushing themselves, because they have so many good skaters in Japan, so they have to push each other to be even better, so they can match their rankings, because it's in Paris, it's only like 3 Japans.
Yeah.
That's going to make it.
So Toa trying to get Caballerial backside nose blunt fakie as the banger at the end, taking a leaf out of Felipe's book there, ending on a big trick. And we're now seeing tricks that are being done in the trick section of the competition as best tricks being thrown into the runs. That's just how gnarly the competition just got.
Yep, you have to make a good run, because the run's going to be a big impact of your score.
Oh, it really is. See that folding the board round onto the rail, and that big backside 360.
Ridiculous.
All the way out to flat. That's quite a high driveway to do it off. And I saw a still photo yesterday. It's about 4 foot over the driveway. It's so mind-bending. 65.66 with the fall. If he gets that cab nose blunt in there, that is going to go up and through the roof. As we take it over to the young phenom, Ginwoo Onodera Run, 1 of 3. This kid has got crazy tricks and crazy consistency, hasn't he?
Yeah, he really has. I don't understand how he does so many tricks in one line. He does like 50 tricks, it feels like.
Look at that. Kickflip backside 360. And that is so big. Switch 270 lip slide up the step up. Still 25 seconds on the clock with a big backside kickflip. Wow. He is looking flawless so far. Frontside blunt slide to fakie. We know he can upgrade that one. Taking a breather and rolling back in.
Another big spin. Caballero.
Ginwoo had a broken arm only a few weeks ago, won a competition, and now back in and going for another win, it looks like. Wow! Front side, blunt slide, varial flip out in the run and to end it. This is going to blow my voice box to pieces. I'm on the edge of my seat, as you are, Christopher. What do you think about that?
That has to be the biggest score here. I'm calling it. Sorry, I have to call it.
What else is there to say, though?
That last trick, he did it in the semis. He got an 89, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's just going to explode that score. Starting off with a kickflip, backside tailside to fakie, but the backside 360 kickflip.
Oh, that's incredible.
Almost 2 feet out of the coping as well. Getting the switch flips in there.
Directly after.
Then the big backside kickflip. It's got everything that you could ask for.
Quarter pipe, stairs, rails, tech, you got everything.
I mean, if you're looking at the judges' criteria, this is pretty much got it all.
Yep, he got it all.
But execution-wise, he's landing everything bolts, as you can see there, both feet above the trucks, on a varial flip out from a frontside blunt slide, landing bolts nearly on every single trick. I think this score is going to have to be way up there at 90.59, seeing him way above by 10 points of Felipe Gustavo. That is huge for Ginwoo Onodera.
That's well deserved.
Okay, back to Team Brazil. Giovanni Vianna, owner of a very heavy fakie game. And you can see him doing the frontside lip slide, bringing him round to fakie. There it is. Fakie backside 5-0. Or switch nose grind, depending on which generation you're born in. That nollie big spin was like 2.5 foot above the rail. He just couldn't absorb the slide. And the board going off piste, he's going to call that one.
Yeah.
Well, also, he's going to be able to conserve some energy for run number 2.
Yeah, true. He got 2 more runs, so he's got to make one.
Yeah, started off with a lip slide to fakie, which geared him up for that fakie overcrooked backside 5-0, but catching the board that high. Look at that.
Wow.
I'm surprised his board didn't snap on that one.
Yeah.
So 18.36. He's looking disappointed, but still got 2 runs as we've changed up that formula for finals. 3 runs in finals and 3 tricks. But you have to take 1 score from the run section and 1 score from the trick section as we take it over to Japan's Yuto Horigome.
Such a good style.
Switch front side, tail side to start things off. 360 flip. Now, Yuto definitely knows what it is and what is needed to take that gold. Got it done again. All the power in the final hour out in Paris at the Olympic Games.
Oh, yeah.
And he has got some of the most awkward tricks that have ever been done on a skateboard.
Yep, he got the awkward tricks ever, and he's so consistent on that. I don't know how he does it, but he sure does it.
I was speaking to Matthias yesterday, and he was saying, I've tried that trick, and it still doesn't make sense. Are you eyeing up any of his tricks that he's doing out there? Like that one?
Oh, no.
No way, slipping off that. I mean, Nollie 270, completely blind version of it into a board slide is so hard.
On that long rail. It's so long. I don't know how he does it. Doesn't see nothing. He
well,
doesn't
the thing
see
is,
anything.
When you spin into a trick, your shoulders are going to continue to spin unless you lock them out. And it's so hard to control it. You know it with the backside 270 lip slide.
It's so hard to do it on a long rail because your shoulders have to be standing like still and still waiting on it.
Yeah.
You can't like turn it.
I mean, your legs will always follow your shoulders.
Yeah.
60.67. You can see he's disappointed, but Yuto never shows his hand. He is the master of coming through when it matters. Okay, first place qualifier through to our finals. Sora Shirai, age 23. He's world ranking of #1. He was way up there yesterday. I'm very interested to see what he's going to do to match what runs we've seen so far.
Best trick bag ever.
Yeah.
I would say.
I mean, that's unanimous from everyone I speak to. And it's things like that nollie big spin backside tailside to fakie that set him apart. Speaking of awkward tricks, that is definitely one of them.
That's one of them.
And like we were saying, spinning onto the long rail. I love that he's looking up, smiling out of that one. That is a really, really gnarly one. 360 flip with that front foot catch that we know him for. Frontside big spin like he's just chilling.
He's chilling so hard. Come on, make it.
Oh, he's going to have to hustle to get in there, taking a breather.
Just in time.
Whoa, the Sora grind and the Sora chop at the end of it.
Yep.
The Samurai is on that top form that he's known so well for. He is going for that first place out here in Rome this year.
Oh, yeah. He's going for it.
And you were mentioning that he's got the best trick selection out there.
His trick bag is so awkward. Nobody else is doing his trick, and I'm so excited to watch his best trick.
And it's so funny when he got out onto the quarter pipe up on the top section, everyone was screaming, go, go! And he was just like, nah, it's all good. I got time. Getting that last trick in, the Sora grind on the buzzer. Big 360 flip, front foot catch there. And you saw it there. Frontside 180. To the fakie backside 5-0
so
or
awkward.
the switch backside nose grind, depending what year you were born. And then you see it, the Samurai chop to finish it off, and a big beaming smile. Just like Ginwoo, getting it done, and definitely knows what it's going to take for that judging criteria. 89.49, he is definitely smiling after that one.
That's a good score.
And Sora's very, very prolific in that trick section as well, isn't he?
He really is. He really is.
Okay, we're taking it back to the top of the heat. Runs 2 of 3, and Kairi Netsuke looking focused as he gets that crooked grind down, and the heel flip, frontside nose slide. So when you turn up to the park, having been here before, what is it you say to yourself to not just repeat what you did last time?
I want to do different things every time. It's hard to do that, but if you can do that, you're going to get so much scores, and you're going to succeed to get it in the finals, I would say.
Well, you know the trick bag you've got. You can change it up just a little bit. Wow, Kairi getting the crooked grind nollie flip done this time. After that, cab heel flip as well. Oh, wow, are you kidding me? Heel flip, backside tail slide to fakie, and dusting those shoulders off. No messing around for Kairi Netsuke. It looks like people are now going blow for blow.
They're going
Everyone's
for first place.
feeling off of it.
Everyone's going for first place here. No messing around here.
Well, again, that pretty much had everything. It's got the quarter pipe tricks, the flip tricks, the bangers, like that nollie inward heel, revert.
That's also going to be a good score right there.
Oh, it's got to be, because it's ticking those boxes. But the crooked grind nollie flip out was an important moment there. And the heel flip backside tail slide to fakie to finish it off.
Yeah.
You know, ending with a banger there. How hard is it to go for a really big trick at the end after you've just put yourself through the meat grinder to get there?
Oh, it's so hard to, like, you have to stay confident and just stay on the plan, and you know you can make it, so just go for it. Just don't think about it too much.
Do you pay a lot of attention to your breathing?
Yeah, I would say so. Just take a good deep breath and just go for it. Just
you can hear the crowd there giving a little bit of a boo as that 79.48 came through for Kairi.
Maybe he'll be back to the making the time. I don't know.
Well, it was certainly close. And we're going back to Brazil's Ivan Monteiro. Already got that 50.52 for an unmade run. He really needs to get a full pull. And he's getting that focus done. Starting over with the nose blunt slide. I love the way he pops out early to maintain the speed.
Yeah. It's important to maintain the speed because he's going to do a tray flip right after.
Well, needs to maintain that calmness as well. There's the 270 lip slide. Looking chilled there, getting a breather in.
If he's confident.
Fakie to come in for the switch frontside blunt slide. Popping out early on that one as well. Not making the same mistake that we saw where he got a little bit of a wobble.
Oh yeah, taking his time. Make sure he got it.
Oh, missing the nose blunt slide. How much do you think that's going to affect him mentally now, knowing that he's going to be relying on that third and final run?
If it were me, I would be so nervous.
Yeah.
I would be so nervous, but still stick to the plan and make a line, then make it forward to the best trick.
Well, I know Matthias Del Olio's in his corner. He's going to go back down there, and I know Matthias is so positive.
Yeah.
He's going to be like, dude, let it go. It's all good, because that's what he kept saying to me yesterday. Let it go. Move on. You know, but being a skateboarder, it's not very conducive to let it go, because you don't get good then at skateboarding, do you?
Yeah. No, you don't, but I understand what you mean, though.
So 80.22 for a ridiculous first run. We're taking it back to Felipe Gustavo. I'm very interested to see where he goes after getting that full pull and what he's going to do to change things up.
Ah. That's a hard one. I don't know. I haven't seen him at the practice yet.
So nollie, front nose, slide, and the kickflip crooked grind.
The frontside flip.
Frontside flip. So it's staying the same so far. Pivot fakie. There's always time for a pivot fakie.
Always time for that.
Coming in switch, kickflip, frontside board slide. So exactly the same run so far.
I think it was changed at the end.
Yeah, I think it's going to come down to that end banger, especially after seeing what everyone else has done. So he's coming in, switch. Are we going to see the switch flip back tail? Oh my goodness! Switch flip, backside nose grind.
It was so close.
Wow! You see his wife out there giving him a round of applause. They're soon to be parents as well.
Oh yeah!
Congratulations to you both.
Congrats.
And he's having a look up and saying, "Come on, I got this for you."
Oh, he got it.
I mean, that score is going to be huge. You know what? He did the switch backside, kickflip backside 50-50 and got the 80.22. The switch kickflip backside nose grind is going to skyrocket that score, isn't it?
It's going to skyrocket, for sure.
60.19. I mean, that's a big score to come through with a full as we take it over to Toa Sasaki. 65.66 is a very low score because we're looking at 80.22 is the bubble score for Felipe Gustavo. And third place bronze medal. You can see he's just got his eyes closed, taking a deep breath, focusing. But it's very hard to stay focused with this amazing crowd screaming out there.
It's pretty hard, and all the cameras and everything. I know that feeling.
Oh, much better frontside kickflip there.
Yeah.
So what do you say to yourself? You're like, they're not there. Just ignore them?
It's hard to ignore, but I have to like ignore it so I can focus on my skating.
Coming in speed, big backside 360. The board never leaves his feet on that one. You know, it's so common to see the front foot drifting around a little bit on the backside 360, but he's got it locked on.
Yep.
Decking out that rock and roll to get a breath in, on the rock fakie, sorry. There it is, that worked for him this time. Caballerial backside nose blunt slide to fakie. Toa Sasaki has just stepped up his game, and he is saying, I am here, and gunning for that win as well. Don't get too comfortable, Ginwoo.
I'm speechless. That's the best trick. That's
It is.
the best trick. That's not the line trick.
Well, we've seen it from the master Nigel Houston in best trick, and
he does it in a line.
Yeah, he does it in the line. Well, it's interesting because there's an internal battle with so many skaters in the top 30 from Japan, and we've got only room for 9, and that means that there's another 3 skaters waiting in the wings to get selected from their national federation to come and skate as well. So many good skaters out there from Japan.
Many.
But like you said, that means that it's pushing the guys that are already in to maintain being good.
They're going to get better and better. And there we go, first place.
There you go. I said he
well
is
deserved.
Here. 92.86. And that's what it's going to take.
Yeah.
Best tricks done in the run. But Ginwoo is going to answer that.
Oh, it's going to be so fun to watch his step up.
Okay. Ginwoo focusing. Where do you think he's going to go with the upgrade?
I have no clue, actually.
Well, that's the first one, and
First
an
trick.
absolutely perfect shove it out of the kickflip backside tail slide. Kickflip backside 360.
Wow.
Now he can almost coast, do you think, or is he going to still need to step it up to be in with a chance to beat Toa's 92.86?
Hard to say, actually. I would say step one more thing, just a little thing. Maybe right here.
Front plunge.
Okay.
Oh, no, we know he's got the big spin out of that.
Yeah, I was just thinking about it.
Well, he got the 90.59 to get an extra 2 points.
I think it's enough.
It's going to be within the region with the shove it
It's going to be close. That's up to the judge.
He's going to have to get the front blunt varial flip out again. And he does, and he doesn't only get it done, he gets it done perfectly. He can't believe it. That's stoked.
That's super stoked.
And you can see the Ginwoo Onodera flags in the crowd. He's got some fans out here in Rome. Look at that. This was the upgrade. Kickflip, backside, tail slide, shove it. Like it was nothing.
Like it was nothing. Just doing a pop shove it right after. Like it was nothing.
Yeah. And the big backside flip down the biggest part of the course. And we thought he was going to go with the front side blunt slide. Big spin out.
Maybe third run.
Yeah, I think, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see when that score comes through, what the judges make of that. Because the risk on your first trick is huge, isn't it?
Yep, it's huge. It's so easy to mess it up.
And at such a young age, being so composed, it is absolutely fantastic to see. 91.43, remains in second place, but closing the gap towards Toa Sasaki. So top three right now are all Japanese skaters. Felipe Gustavo just outside of that podium position and getting into bronze medal place. Felipe Gustavo. So frontside lip slide to fakie. Giovanni yet to make that full pull. He needs to compose himself and not go too big, which is ridiculous to say on the nollie big spin, backside lip slide fakie.
He does it though.
So coming in fakie, where he is very comfortable. Half cab, frontside 5-0. That is a big one.
Oh, standing on that.
He really, really did well to get away with that one. You can tell he is going to stay on absolutely everything right now. His foot flapping around a little bit on it, but he's like, nah, you're coming with me, blunt slide. There we go. Cavallerial frontside nose slide to fakie. Fakie being when you take off riding backwards on your skateboard.
That's got to feel good right there.
Yeah.
That's have to feel good.
All due respect, I don't think it's going to be up there with Toa and Ginwoo, but it's certainly going to bolster his points as we move forward for our trick section. And he's got some heavy, heavy tricks. Had the high-scoring trick yesterday.
Yeah, he had.
Yeah, Cavallerial, fakie, nose grind.
Oh, yeah.
Heel flip, front side board slide. Yeah, he did well to get away with that, didn't he?
Yep, he really did.
Taking a little 1 foot out of the blunt slide there, but cab, front side nose slide, getting it done. You could almost see a little bit of sigh of relief then as he got that one done. How good does it feel when you ride away of that full pull in the run section?
Like, rolling away from that, that feels so good. I would say so.
83.88, pushing Felipe Gustavo down into 5th place, and Giovanni now in 4th place position, just outside a podium. As we take it back to Team Japan's Yuto Horigome, he's looking pretty composed, but he does need to get that full pull. 360 flip after the switch frontside tail slide. I think Yuto's transition game really helps him, doesn't it?
It really does. It does bump up his scores because he skates quarter pipe so well. He's so confident on it.
Well, you can see that from that blunt.
Wow.
Into the backside disaster, but
stepping up from yesterday.
Very composed on the 360 flip 50. Chilling on the backside Smith. You know what? That would be the one that would throw me off. Do the simple trick and be like, oh, you know what? I slipped out. But Yuto not making that mistake here. Coming in, nollie, 270, front board. Wow. That is a big, big trick down a long rail. Mickey Pappas saying, woo, that's crazy.
Oh my
Where that's going to fit in, I do not know, because you get lulled into a false sense of security when you watch Yuto skate, don't you? He's so calm, he makes the hardest tricks look really easy.
Yeah.
But we certainly have the best judges in the game out there. But things like chucking that 360 flip, 50-50, in the middle of your run shows just how good Yuto is.
And ended like that. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, especially after getting a full run, how hard is it to go to something really high risk, knowing that you're waiting for that last trick to be landed, and if you don't, the pressure is going to be on.
It's going to be a real big pressure, but he knows if he makes it, he's going to be in there.
Yeah.
He's going to be in there. It's going to be rewarded because of the high risk.
Well, we're starting to see those full pulls. Yuto is now going to be sitting on a very good score. Ivan Monteiro needs to step his game up and get a full pull in that third and final run. 89.52 sees Yuto now in third place position. Sora Shirai has been bumped out into fourth place, Giovanni down into fifth, and that also means Felipe Gustavo moving down a place to sixth place. We're going back to Sora Shirai. He's going to make a difference right now, and I think he's going to have to throw everything into this third and final run to get back into podium position. Second run, sorry, yeah, because he is our first place qualifier going through. I'm getting carried away.
Yep.
And I'm glad it's only his second run, because I can't wait to see that third and final one. There's that 270 into the front board. Coming back across. Cable aerial, backside, lip slide, doing that way better this time.
So much better. He seems so confident right now.
Okay, big 360 flip, catching that front foot again. Big spin, getting a good trouser adjustment in there as well.
Yep.
That's so important.
We got here.
Oh,
no
way.
God.
We are seeing it again and again. The biggest of best tricks being thrown into the run section. This is the pushing force of competition skateboarding. Sora Shirai coming through with that last trick.
That's going to be a high score right there.
Oh, it's got to be.
It's got to be a high score.
It has to be. Look at that. Such an awkward trick, completely blind halfway through it.
So
but
good.
Getting a better version of that is really important to that run as well. But it's this here, cable aerial, backside tail slide, big spin out.
Perfect.
I mean, it is his trick, but let's not take anything away from it. To do it that well, so consistency is unbelievable.
It's unbelievable, actually. It's so incredible. The lever right here.
Great to see three lines on the shirt as well. 93.41, biggest score in this section of the competition so far. Sora Shirai back into first place position by just under a point. Okay, third and final runs. I am getting worn out. I'm going to sleep well tonight, mate.
For sure going to sleep.
I can't believe we're seeing such high skateboarding so early in the competition. Backside nose blunt to start things off. That is a big deal for Kairi Netsuke. Crooked grind nollie flip out. Oh, just taken a sit down with 30 seconds to run. He's saying, I'm done. But I think he saw all of the scores that came through. He's down with a 79.48. If he wants to be in with a chance, having 3 90s in the top 3 scores, he had to give it absolutely everything, didn't he?
He had to. He really had to. The scores right here, as you can see, it's so high. You have to go big tricks or nothing.
But to see a backside nose blunt slide as first trick and then a crook nollie flip as the second trick.
Yeah.
If he'd have got that done down, and I think especially on that nollie flip out of the crooked grind, the power bar would have been at max, and I think we could have seen it. So it is all on the line now for Ivan Monteiro. Getting a bit of wax on the nose of the board there. The rules are you can't wax the course after the competition starts, but you can wax your board. Very accurate wax in there. He knows exactly where it's hitting. Okay. He needs to calm his nerves, stay focused, and let it go.
Let it go.
See Kaisa and Pamela out there showing their support. Okay, here we go. Run number 3 of 3 for Ivan Monteiro, getting the nose blunt slide, the 360 flip.
There we go.
That's going to give him a bit of confidence in there to get it done that well. But it's coming down to the 360 flip nose blunt slide on that rail. He's just done the 270 lip on.
Yeah.
How do you think he's calming those nerves right now? Because he's got to be really nervous.
Oh, he's got to be really nervous, but they're looking so good right now, actually.
Well, a switch frontside blunt slide down the longest rail in the park is certainly going to be a confidence booster.
Yep. Yeah.
So, stepping away from the nose blunt slide. He's playing it clever with the 360 flip lip slide. And he's just taking it to fakie. He's going to want to get the half cab nose slide, nollie heel out, but I think that might be after the buzzer. Yeah, it is after time, and you can see the disappointment there. What could he have done to sped it up, though? Maybe not spent enough time on the platform. He wasted a bit of time, didn't he, resetting?
But still, though, he did a really good job, and here at the final first time, did a really good job, and still the best trick to go.
Yeah, I mean, it was a full pull, so he is going to get scored for a full made run.
Yeah.
Look at this. Switch, front side, blunt slide.
That was the best one, actually.
Yeah. All the style for every mile. And the 360 flip lip slide was where he changed it up. That's been his downfall. He's all smiles still, eyes on the board. He's waiting for that score to come through.
I think he's just happy to be here, actually.
Well, and to get away with a full run is important, isn't it? It's going to be really nice to come away from the competition. But let's not take anything away from it. To get to this point of the competition is a big deal.
That's a really big deal.
61.23, so yeah, you can see the disappointment there. And it was because that last trick was after time.
Yeah.
Half cab, nose slide, nollie heel flip out would have been the nice little bit of icing on the cake that he needed. Okay, currently down in 6th place. He was our leader for a little while. 80.22 on the board before we go through to the trick section. Felipe Gustavo really needs to get all the way through this absolutely incredible run. Whoa!
Standing up.
Well, that shows that competition experience and that muscle memory to get away from that kick flip crooked grind. He needs to get through this run and get the switch flip nose grind, and if he does, he is going to be way up there.
It's going to be way up.
So we're going to go through with him. Kick flip, front side board slide in switch.
Perfect. Doesn't get better.
Well, skating with him at the DIY earlier in the week when he was ill, and he was still doing the best tricks. It was so good to see.
Incredible.
Oh, no. You could hear the wheels slipped a little bit there. Do you think the pressure was too much for him?
I think so, yeah.
Rolling
Still,
towards that.
he got a run, though.
Yeah, he's got a run. It is a full pull, 80.22. That shows how important it is to get at least one run done, isn't it?
Yeah, it really shows that.
So going through to the trick section with 6th place, I don't feel like he can hold back at all. He has got to give it absolutely everything, hasn't he?
He has to.
And with 3 attempts, you know, he has done it before.
Yes.
You know, we've seen it from everyone. Funa's done it. We've seen Yuto do it at the Olympics as well when it matters. Well, it always matters no matter what. Toa Sasaki sprinting on his board to get his 3rd and final run started. Oh, and missing the 360 flip, but he is in that 2nd place position with a 92.86. It's looking good for him.
It's looking really good for him.
So there's your scoreboard there. 3 90s, and then Yuto just outside with an 89.52. But Sora still in the 1st place position. Our top 4 all Japanese skaters. So, predictions, Christopher.
I don't want to give any predictions. I want the surprise.
Yeah, same. I really want that surprise. And he is full of surprises.
He's full of
phenomenal young kid out there holding his own with the world's best, because he is the world's best. Looked like he was going to go big spin.
He was close to doing big spin right there.
Backside 360 kickflip
so high.
on lock. Do you know what? If you weren't sure that you were here and sitting watching this in person, you could be fooled that this could be AI right now. It's
true.
that good. Big backside kickflip down the biggest part of the park.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, okay. We called it in the last run. He's upgraded right now to the front side, blunt side, big spin out.
Upgrade.
Nollie big spin to come round for the Cavallarial. It's got everything he needs. He needs to get this trick done. 5 seconds on the clock.
Oh, come on.
No way, he just stuck a little bit on the way out there. Oh, that
Still
would have
though.
been possibly one of the highest scores we've ever seen, and that would have been an absolutely ridiculous run, which it was anyway with the fall.
It was. And still though, the second round and first round.
Do you know what? I'd like to see a stat of highest failed run score, because I think it could be that one there.
Yeah.
So Ginwoo is going to be holding that 91.43, which is a huge, huge score from run number 2. 73.58 coming through as we take it back round to Brazil's Giovanni Vianna. He's looking very focused, and he's got 5th place, 83.88. He needs to get a big, big trick in the mix, as we've seen from everyone else. Starting well. Getting that foot in that nollie position. That is a big nollie, big spin, back lip. 25 seconds on the clock. Here we go. Yeah, there's the upgrade. That is such a difficult trick, isn't it, Christopher?
Yeah, it's such a difficult trick. I've never seen that trick on a half, actually.
Half cab, so you're taking off backwards and fakie. And you've got to get those shoulders round and lean forward to get into the nose grind. So many moving parts as we come down to that last trick. Oh, wow. Frontside half cab to a backside 5-0.
That would be it.
Ridiculous. But that was what he needed to do to be able to be in with a chance of getting that podium. He will be relying very heavily now on those 3 best tricks.
Oh.
But only one score can count.
Only one score counts, yeah.
It's so good, this format, because you never know who's taking the win
never know
until that last moment. So he's going to need to stay very, very focused. Let it go, as we've heard so many times. And we are taking it back round to 3rd and final run for Yuto Horigome. You can never know his game. He never shows his nerves, does he?
Think of it. I don't know where he's going to step up.
Drop it in with that switch frontside tail slide and the 360 flip. I'm sure we're going to see this backside nose blunt.
Perfect.
That is such a crazy turnaround trick, isn't it?
Yep. It's like a axis stall for me.
Yeah. And I mean, it comes down to that trick selection again that we speak about. That
perfect.
is a way better 360 flip 50-50. Backside Smith grind, just pushing it through on the coping. Back tail. I mean, Yuto is looking cold. Curse of the commentator. I was going to say, he's looking very comfortable. Okay, there's a shape of things to come right there. Owner of the U Tornado. He's got his own trick named after him, just like yourself, with the croon slide now.
The U Tornado still... That's the hardest trick I've ever seen, actually.
It's just impossible to even think about. You get caught up even thinking about that trick, let alone doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, go outside and try and do it on a curb. Good luck.
Good luck.
Okay, our current leader gearing up for getting down. The amazing Sora Shirai.
First place.
Yeah, he is up there. 93.41 on the board already. Can he improve on that? Starting things off with a backside Smith. Nollie big spin, backside tail side to fakie.
So good.
Okay. Stuck straight back in. Oh, there it is.
I've never seen anybody do that.
Yeah, and there's a reason. It's such an awkward trick. I mean, Team Japan are choosing the tricks that no one else is doing, but no one else wants to do them. Oh, okay. Trying to get the backside kickflip. You can see Matthias is saying, wow, I wanted to see more, and I think you did as well.
I want to see more, but still the first place right now, looking good.
Yeah, he's looking very, very good, and he's always all smiles, even when it doesn't work out for him. He's hyped just to be out there and putting on a great show.
That's the main reason why I like him so much, because he's always smiling and enjoying himself.
Yeah, and I mean, that brings us back round to it is fun. You know, we are seeing a new generation of skater getting into competition skateboarding to be an Olympian. And it's very much important to remember that it is fun.
It is fun.
That's what it's all about.
It's all about fun.
So Now it's time for our trick section. A few minutes of warm-up, but let's check out our current standings. Ivan Monteiro down there in that last place position, missing that last trick of his third and final run. Kairi down in 7th place, Felipe Gustavo. But it's all about that bunched up top 4 from Japan. Yuto Horigome just outside of the 90s with that 89.52. Ginwoo Onodera 91. And change Toa Sasaki in there in 2nd place. But our current leader with a 93.41, Sora Shirai. That really has set the bar high.
Real high. That's one of the biggest runs I've ever seen in score.
So, only person to win a World Cup event twice is Nigel Houston. And that could be repeated out here in Rome. It's going to be very, very interesting to see. Actually, I've just been informed, I got it wrong, Nigel has actually won 3 times, and that shows just how good he is and how prolific he is and how he's set the bar for street skateboarding competitions. Sora could win twice, though, which is going to be very, very exciting. Toa as well. Let's not rule him out. He could win it twice. And we're going to have to wait and see as we take it over to our 3 trick attempts. 1 score counts from the run section, which we've just seen, and 1 score counts for our trick section. But new changing in the rules as well as the format is, we used to see that you could cross out a trick. You could look at the judges, cross your arms and say, oh, hey, I want you to forget that trick that I just landed because I know I can do it better. That now doesn't rule, and you can go back to the same trick. As long as you improve it, you'll get it scored as a new trick, which I think gives people a little bit of a buffer, doesn't it, to try harder?
It does. They got to try some new stuff right there.
What tricks would you throw in right now at this point of the competition?
I don't know. I didn't plan out to make it this far, so I don't know. I was trying to do the backsmith late shove off.
I saw that one.
That's a new one.
Have you done that before?
Only a flat bar or something like that.
Right.
So I was like, that's a perfect long rail. Maybe it's doable to do that. And I was pretty close, so that's a trick maybe I could do in the future.
Yeah, in commentary I was like, I think he's going late, shove it out of there. That's a crazy one. So I'm glad you've confirmed that for me. See, last few minutes, or seconds, sorry, of practice before our course manager, Peppo, is doing an absolutely great job and doing great things in skateboarding as well. Clears the course for the final time of our 2025 Street Skateboarding World Cup, Rome, and asks our skaters to get ready for the first of 3 best trick attempts. Okay, Kairi Netsuke going to be setting the bar with this one. Whoa, not seen that one this year. Heel flip, backside tail slide, big spin out. That is a big, big move. As we take it over straight away to Ivan Monteiro. He's going to need the biggest tricks, but we saw him get that 360 flip nose blunt slide down the longest rail yesterday, which is quite frankly ridiculous.
A good score. That's a good score. Again, I tried to do that, I think.
Well, it would be nice to see him get that trick done, but wouldn't it be amazing if he did a big spin out? Because we know he's got that on lock.
That would be really amazing, but we have to see.
I mean, he's going to need something absolutely amazing and very high scoring. But I don't think he can do it off of a 61.23. And I mean, he's going to be feeling that disappointment. He needs to just reset, let it go, and just be like, I'm going to put on a good show at this point.
Yeah, put on a good show and show off.
Well, he's
best skating ever.
I said it in the opener. You know, he usually ends his competition at quarterfinals stage, but to get through another 2 stages is a huge achievement and a big confidence booster.
Yeah.
Okay, Felipe Gustavo, is he going where he went yesterday? Yes, he is. Nollie flip, frontside nose slide. You were saying that's ridiculous earlier.
Yeah. Nobody else is doing that on a hubba. It's so hard.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to firstly get the nollie flip time really, really well at the top. Then you've got to just wait for the nollie flip to spin and come round onto your feet. You've got to stamp it down into the frontside nose slide when everything's trying to push it away down the hubba ledge, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Toa Sasaki starting off on the platform and coming off with that rock fakie. Cab, 180 nose grind. So, cab aerial, fakie nose grind, or switch 5-0, depending on what generation you're in. He did that really, really well. And do you know what? He knows what kind of score's going to come through because we saw that from Gio yesterday. Really smart skateboarding. He knows he's got that. And I was saying to you earlier, when you know what tricks you've got that someone else doesn't get scored well for, you just go, okay, I'm going to do that. And that's set the bar now.
Smart move.
Big trick there. He is hyped on that one. And you know what? To get that done first go, it's going to give him the confidence on the next 2 tricks. And I don't know where he's going to go on those tricks.
No, I don't.
So exciting. So he's already in second place, 92.86 on the board. You know he's going to go into first place because the first rider to get full scores on.
95.
Wow. 95.07. Toa Sasaki moving into first place with 187.93 on the board.
That's a ridiculous score right there.
Big score.
It's going to be hard to beat that.
Yeah, I mean, some of the highest scores we've ever seen are 97.10 from Yuto. So it's getting way up there.
Wow, big spin out.
Yeah, switch, heel flip, frontside nose slide, big spin.
That's the hardest trick I've ever seen. I've never seen something like that.
I'm just trying to process that myself, and my brain is aching at the thought of it.
He's going for it.
Yeah, and I mean, do you know what? It wouldn't surprise me if he did it next go absolutely perfect. It really wouldn't.
Nope.
He is so talented. Keep doing what you're doing, Ginwoo.
Yep. Keep going.
Okay. Giovanni can't do a trick that's good enough for first, so he's looking to battle for the next 2 positions. It's out of reach, but he's coming through. Cab aerial, fakie nose grind. He's going, you got that? So have I, and I've got it just as good as well. So we know what score's going to come through. And it's going to be a big one. We saw that 95.07 for Toa.
Yeah.
And I think he did it just as well.
Yeah, he did.
Look at that
really
pinch. Getting that heel down there.
Doesn't get better.
Wow, this final is definitely one for the books. We are breaking the boundaries of skateboarding every trick right now. And I am so honored to be here to see it in real time.
What?
Oh,
a
got the card there. So we knew it was going to be big. 95.06. They're saying it is 0.001 less.
It is?
I don't know how that came, but okay, fair enough. I mean, the judges know. They're saying, okay, style maybe, execution maybe slightly. They can't score it the same, but we're not going to disrespect him by knocking it way down.
Yeah.
Yuto Horigome. Now, let's discuss this trick, Christopher. It's a nollie 270 into a frontside blunt slide.
Yeah.
Just say that back to yourself.
Nollie 270 front blunt slide.
Down a gap to hover as well. I mean, the gap isn't really a gap that you have to clear that much, but it's a visual intimidation thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It looks weird when you roll up towards it.
Yeah. And doing that trick on that hover.
Oh, it's crazy. Okay, Sora Shirai. Trick 1 of 3.
Here.
Needs a big score to jump back up into first place. Here he comes.
Wow.
Whoa, that is so
awkward.
Bonkers.
Oh, my.
You know, it looks... I mean, I can't believe I'm going to say it. It looks a little bit basic, but it is not. Check this out.
It's really not basic.
So, backside 180 to a fakie frontside 5-0. That is absolutely incredible. And to do it that well...
In first go.
I mean, it blows my mind. It really does. I mean, where are the judges going to go with that? I mean, I wouldn't want to be a judge.
Me neither, actually.
This job is perfect for me, but that judging up there, no way. 94.66, and that sees Sora Shirai up into that gold position, first place, 188, with 0.0 7. Okay. Back round to the top of the heat. Kairi Netsuke, trick 2 of 3. He needs to get this trick done, and it definitely needs to be a bigger trick. Heel flip position into the backside tailslide. Big spin out.
Perfect.
That was ridiculous. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. For third place, he needs a 99.47. I'm not sure if that's going to be up there, but that is a huge, huge trick. I mean, there's no one doing that one. Not heel flip. Heel flip, backside tail slide, big spin out, landing bolts. It's got everything. Execution, difficulty, style.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Everything.
So, so good. He's just hanging out there. I'd be losing my mind if I did that trick.
Yep, I would too.
Be like, right, I need to quit skateboarding. It's never going to get this good ever again. So, 92.84. That sees him just outside of the podium with 172.32 on the board. So there's that wax that we know Ivan for. Full coverage. He needs a big, big trick. And do you know what? He could do an NBD right now.
He could.
He really could. I hope he does.
I hope
Let's
so
see
too.
where he goes.
61.23
on the board. The crowd are stoked, but they've now gone silent because they know how important this trick is. 360 flip nose one side. It got in, but it got away from him. It will come down to that third and final trick for him. And at the moment, he's just trying not to finish in that 8th place position. So next up, fellow countryman, Felipe Gustavo. We know he's got some big tricks. We know he can handle that pressure. He can only get into third with a 98.73. Whoa, he's got it done!
There we go.
Nollie flip, front side nose slide. Coming out forward. That's a big, big trick. You can see the Brazilian flags in the crowd. They are rooting for him out there. Oh, that is so good. So, so good. Wow. I mean, the execution on that, again, to do it that good is so difficult, but he did. See, everybody's hyped. Pamela getting stuck in there. Roger as well. Now their eyes will go up onto the board. 92.23. That sees him now bump Kairi down into 5th place and in that 4th place slot just outside of podium. But he's going to need the biggest trick of his life, I think, to get onto podium.
Yeah, it's going to be hard.
Toa Sasaki in 2nd place. Now 92.86 from the run score, 95.07. I can't believe I'm saying those scores right now. He would be looking at dropping a 95.07.
Wow.
There we go. Trick 2 of 3. Going for the nollie heel flip nose blunt slide. That's going to be a big, big score. So the conditions are almost perfect right now. The temperature has dropped down. The lights are on. The stands are full. A little bit of cloud coverage as well.
Yeah.
It's almost perfectly setting the scene. And the closer we get to those third and final tries, the more exciting it is getting. So we saw switch heel flip, frontside nose slide, big spin attempt from Ginwoo Onodera. Looks like we're going to see it again. Oh, wow. There it is! Wow! NBD!
That's NBD.
Yeah, I'd say it was. Whoa! Ginwoo Onodera, you are absolutely incredible. Thank you for gracing my eyes with such a crazy trick.
That's the craziest trick I've ever seen.
Wow!
That has to be it. I don't want to be judged right now, but I would say that's it. That's an MBD.
I mean, the only thing that could knock that score is a little bit of a toe drag. It only tapped. I mean, even if it did touch, it only tapped, but it can't affect the score that badly.
He's so hyped on that. He's so surprised.
And so he should be. I wonder if that's the first time he's ever done that. I don't think I've seen that on his Insta.
Never seen that.
I don't know how much more I can take of this. I feel like I might pass out.
This is such a good final.
This is one of the best finals I've ever seen.
Yeah.
you know, it's right up there with our park semi-finals last week, which was bonkers. We saw NBD after NBD after NBD, and our street finals are definitely not disappointing.
Nope.
Eyes on the board. I think the judges might be scrapping up there in the booth, because they need to look at it so finely and say, where does that fit in with everything else that we've seen? Because it's very
so
hard
hard
to
to judge
forget what we've already seen.
Oh, I didn't get it.
Oh, there it is, 95.73.
Still, though, that's a good score.
Massive score,
That's
but
a
he's looking
fast score.
very disappointed, because now he knows that he's going to have to do such a gnarly trick to be able to get into that first place position. I mean, has he got anything else he could do? I'm pretty sure he does, but
I wouldn't be surprised, but still, though, it's going to be hard.
So Ginwoo, third place position, 187.16 on the board. Okay, Giovanni Vianna just staring down the hubba, and I don't think he can improve right now. Coming in that familiar fakie position.
Once again.
Oh, do you know what? From his shoulder position, it looked like Caballerial, fakie nose grind, 180 out.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. I
That
don't think
would
I've seen
be-
that one before either.
I've never seen that trick.
Well, he's all smiles. I think just to get away with not slamming on that trick is an achievement. Right then, someone who definitely knows how to deal with the pressure and how to come through.
98.56.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. For first place, 98.56. Third place, 97.65. That shows just how gnarly its competition is. Going nollie, 270. Frontside blunt slide, that is a big, big one.
One trick left.
Oh, it's
For Yuto.
so gnarly. So Yuto has to take that long travel back up to that starting position. I'd be very interested to see whether he steps away from that and does one of his many, many, many mind-bending tricks.
That's too many.
Yeah, so Sora still in the lead, 188.07, which has come from a 93.41 in the run section and an incredible 94.66 in tricks.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Cab flip back tail.
Yeah. I mean, he's all smiles. And are we going to get to see that?
Yeah.
I hope so.
We'd like to see that.
All smiles out there in the crowd and waves. Gio saying, you've got it. It's great to see the camaraderie out there on the course.
Wow.
Oh, just chuck that in on the going
Just
across the
practicing.
course. Well, that's a big deal as we come round to our third and final tricks. Kairi Netsuke dropping in for the last time. Wow, going for that heel flip, late big spin. It's kind of crazy, that trick. It's like a backside heel flip. He catches it 90, then does the late big spin.
I don't know what to say. I'm speechless. I've never seen anybody do that besides him.
Well, that's big deal coming from the late shove it master yourself.
That's next level of it. That's next level.
Yeah, it really is. Seeing Kairi ending up with that 172.32 score. Now, I would absolutely love to see Ivan come through and get this trick done.
Yeah.
He deserves to get it done. He is so rad when it's on top form. And I would really, really, really like to see him go home having this achievement.
He got it.
Well, I mean, the pressure's kind of off when you know you can't get through.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Like, you're like, oh, well, you know, all I can do is improve my finishing standing. Okay, here we go. Trick attempt 3 of 3 for Ivan Monteiro from Brazil. The board didn't quite flip, but thank you very much for your crazy skateboarding this weekend, Ivan. You should still hold your head high and go home with a smile. Because getting through to the final with this ridiculous level of skateboarding that we've seen this year is a huge, huge achievement. Okay, where do you think Felipe is going to go with this?
Wow, I have no idea, actually.
Switch flip back nose grind, switch flip back tail. I mean, he's got so many good tricks. He's coming in switch position. Switch flip back tail. You could see he was really trying to stay on that and stamping down on the back foot.
Yeah.
He's saying thank you very much. Felipe Gustavo finishing with that 172.45. I mean, he did so well to come back from being ill and having a fever for 3 days and getting through to the final. That's a big deal.
That's a really big deal. Stoked to see him here.
I'm stoked to see him at every competition he's in. Toa Sasaki up next. Trick 3 of 3. He's got the 95.07 on the board. Whoa, that popped
so
really well, didn't it?
close.
He caught it well. You can see he's disappointed.
Yeah, I understand it, but still, second place right now. Looking good.
Yeah, he's looking good. And we are going to be staying with Japan. And our next skater up is Ginwoo Onodera. You can see he's just riding through his brain there with a few flip tricks with the hand movements. He is the only one who can beat Sora. Needs a 96.65 for first. We know he's got some of the biggest tricks, especially in this section. But he needs to compose himself. Here we go. It's gone silent out at the Parco del Colopio. Double backside kickflip down the big section. Now we need to sit and wait to see what our judges make of that.
What? That was so easy for him. Wow.
He's done the backside flip every time. He knows what it is, but the timing's so much different when you're doing the double flip.
Yeah.
Check this out. Double trouble is not the case this time for Ginwoo. Double backside kickflip. And landing it so well as well. Getting a little bit of a swerve on the way out, but I think that helped add to the style. Steez on the ride out.
That's true.
Style matters. So eyes on the board. We're going to see just where he's going to end up right now. It needs to beat the 95.73 he's already got on there. There it is, 88.81. The judge is not liking that one. He's shaking his head. He's saying, well, what more could I have done? The crowd are booing out there as well. I love to hear that crowd interaction. And Ginwoo will be ending his day on 187.16 points. So back round to Giovanni Vianna from Brazil. He can't improve, but he can give us an amazing display of skateboarding, and especially if it's a new trick.
Ooh, that would be so nice.
I'd like to see an MBD. I'd like to see a ridiculous trick. His fakie game is so good. Oh, wow! Okay, I was wrong before.
NBD.
Look at his face.
Wow.
Cavallarial switchback Smith down the hubba. Over a gap to hubba. Felipe in there, Ivan in there. All of the team Brazil are in there as well, and rightly so.
Wow.
I mean, where does that fit amongst what we've seen? That is a huge trick. Look at him.
Oh, look at it.
He's trying to style it out. I'd be in tears.
Oh, my God.
He's saying thank you very much to the crowd. Some of the biggest screams have been for Giovanni this weekend.
It was perfect.
Look at that ride away. He couldn't have done it better.
No.
And to land and just look up and say, yo, what do you reckon of that, people? Wow. Full composure, full skill and ability right there.
He's so stoked that he's so surprised.
You know what? I would not be surprised if we didn't see the highest score of the day come through.
Yeah.
96.93, a whopping score for Giovanni Vianna from Brazil. But unfortunately, it's not going to be enough to get through. And I've just been told that's the fourth highest score ever. The fourth highest score ever. That is a big deal. And so important for him to get that fourth highest score ever in a World Cup competition.
Oh.
Okay, Yuto Horigome dropping in for the third and final time. It's like he might have changed positions. He's staring down the course.
What do you got?
Crowd are looking silent. Oh, that is a gnarly one, that. We've seen him do it into the board slide.
Yeah,
Nollie, front foot flip, nose slide.
I think nose slide crook.
Yeah, I mean, it would not surprise me for him to do it nose slide biggie or crook or whatever. Go on, Sora.
He's full of surprises, but we got our winner now.
Yeah, Sora Shirai, victory trick. He's got that big smile. Go on, Sora. Let's see this. He's just having a look at the hubba. And that means he's going to be taking a trick to come in backwards, I think.
Yeah.
So victory trick, he's already won it. Sora Shirai coming in for third and final one. Oh. Cavell aerial, kickflip, backside tail slide is absolutely ridiculous. Do you know what? I never thought I would ever say that combination of trick.
Nope.
Ever, especially not in a competition.
Especially not. That is some real next level skating right here. So many NBDs here.
Yeah, exactly. I was just about to try and round up that with some words which I have to dig deep for. Skateboarding is completely mind-blowing at the moment, and it is advancing way further than anyone would ever know. And it is the top 8 skateboarders on the course today that are at the spearhead of the advancement of skateboarding. They should all be very, very proud, and they should go home with huge smiles on their faces, no matter where they finished on the competition.
Just look at the scoreboard. It's crazy.
Oh, it is a huge, huge deal. And Sora taking that win today. Ginwoo ending up in that third place position. Toa Sasaki ending out, but the scoring between Ginwoo and Toa so close.
Yeah.
And Sora Shirai ending up the day on the 188.07 from a 93 in the 4-1 and 4-1 from the run section, a 94.66 from the trick section. I am absolutely worn out. Let's check out those results.
Let's check it out.
Final standings. So a clean sweep for Japan in the top 3. Ivan not getting those last tricks done and ending out the day in 8th. Yuto down there in 7th place. Couldn't quite get it done. Huge achievement for Felipe to even be here today after being ill, but top 4, Giovanni Vianna ending out the day on a Cavell aerial switch backside Smith. That is bonkers. But top 3, Ginwoo Onodera, 187.16. Toa Sasaki, 187.93. Very close scoring there. And winning his 2nd World Cup with 188.07 on the board, we have the amazing Sora Shirai.
What a final.
What a final indeed.
What a final.
So good. Let's check out that 3rd place run from Ginwoo. Started it off with a kickflip, backside tail slide, shove it. Wow. I mean, then just getting the little shove it to get the board back around the right way. The backside 360 kickflip is one of those tricks that could easily go wrong, and I don't know how he's got it that consistent.
I don't know either.
But it shows again and again just how important it is not only to get the full run in the run section, but to sprinkle in those heavy transition tricks.
Got everything.
It really did. And finishing it off in the trick section with the switch heel flip.
Wow.
No slide. Big spin out. I was just thinking then.
Yeah, just thinking about it.
That is so impressive. And at such a young age.
Yeah.
Okay, 2nd place. Run. What an incredible day it was for Toa Sasaki. Every go on those 360 flips, but it's those big frontside flips that set him apart from the rest of the pack. Huge backside 360, nollie heel flips like that, landing halfway down the landing ramp. And the Cavell aerial backside nose blunt slide to fakie in his run was very, very impressive.
Yeah.
And we saw that cab, fakie nose grind.
First go also.
Yeah, first go. Look at the pinch on that front truck. Holding it in with the heel. And a clap and a point to ride away. And our winner is the amazing Sora Shirai. Started it off with a frontside tail slide to set him up for the nollie big spin, backside tail slide, every go.
Every go.
And it's those awkward tricks like the Cavell aerial, back lip down the rail that really, really pushes him out into the front. But to get a cab, back tail big spin in a run is such a major, major deal.
Yeah.
But getting the backside 180, fakie frontside 5-0 in your trick section, huge trick.
Huge trick.
Sending that hat into the stratosphere. And he's down there signing some autographs.
Thank you.
Let's take a look at that world skateboarding ranking. Okay. Sora Shirai way out there in first place, but Toa in second and Kairi Netsuke. But look how many Japanese flags there are in our top 5. They're holding 5 positions in the top 10. Richard Turi from Slovakia in there, Matias Del Olio, Argentina, Gustavo Ribeiro in there as well. Stoked to see Cordano Russell holding on to that 11th place position. Jagger Eaton, who could be here, just getting over an ankle surgery, in that 12th place as well. Well, Christopher, it has been great to have you join me in the booth. Thank you for helping me out, mate.
Dude, I'm just so stoked to be here. It's such an amazing experience to just do this.
I would have loved to have seen you in the final, but I'm very happy to have you here, mate.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Keep doing what you do. I really appreciate your skateboarding, mate. And anytime you want to join me again, please do.
Thank you, I will.
Well, there you have it, people. Thank you very much for joining us for our Street World Cup Rome finals. What a great result for skateboarding, first and foremost. But we're seeing Sora just taking that win and Chloe Covell taking the win in our women's competition. Thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you in our next competition, which will be in Washington, D.C. later in the year.